So it's alright.
That'll do as an intro. I honestly unmuted and I was gonna say something and then you just started again. I was like, well, this is the intro now.
So Sora, I need content. I need great Ace Attorney content.
Okay, Senor Mega, we have content.
See, Senora.
Yeah, we got the content here.
Content,
Yeah.
I need it.
Yeah, look,
I
right?
require content.
Yeah, look.
I cannot live without streams.
I mean, you really need to see your doctor if that's the case, but...
Memoirs of the Colada Kokoro, let's do this.
Alright, so let me do the one before because, you know. Oh, and for some reason, my voice mod decided to just die. So, unfortunately, we don't have voice mod this time. So, first, a moment of silence for voice mod with this song.
Which song?
Okay, moment of silence is done. So, just because of that, I'm gonna just do it. I'm just gonna do one, just to get through this, and you guys will understand. It was 6 months ago. A mysterious incident that unfolded on the wintry streets of London. A young woman was found lying on the snowy pavement of Briar Road with a knife in her back. Fortunately, her life was spared, but she was unconscious for several days following the incident.
Aww.
The fog was thick, and nobody saw her attack her, but by a cruel twist of fate, a visiting Japanese student was walking behind her at the time, and was duly arrested. That man was Soseki-san, and the man who effected his arrest was Mr. Holmes. Like usual, when was he not affected by any of the arrests? Leaving in our compatriots innocent, Sasato-san and I decided to represent Soseki-san in court. And, after a grueling After a grueling trial of many twists and turns, we finally managed to prove his innocence.
Joyful! Joyous! Jubilance! Jubilation!
That's enough voice mod example. It's broken. It's broken. So I'm just gonna go back to my regular voice.
I think I might have interrupted you.
No, it's okay. Was the man's reaction after the trial, but his jubilation was short-lived. We received a telegram from Mr. Holmes the following morning. The victim of the Briar Road stabbing has regained consciousness. Hurry to
Hurry to
Bart
at once!
Okay.
Stealing voices, SMH.
So Susato-san and I summoned a hansom and headed immediately to the hospital.
Ooh, I misread that word.
So any thoughts? Any
Rat!
sort of
Rat!
thing? I
Rat!
no longer have power of
Rat!
thoughts!
Rat! There's a rat!
Oh, there's a rat.
Rat!
There is indeed a rat.
Rat!
It's cute.
Is that the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man? Who's that?
I don't know. But yes, hello Kuro, hello MV Studios. How you both doing? I hope you're both doing well.
Rat! Ratatouille.
21st February, 5:30 a.m. St. Bartholomew's
Bartholomew.
Hospital Recovery Ward. I knew it. I just had to say it.
Bartholomew.
There you are, at last!
Good morning, Mr. Holmes.
I think not.
Okay, what now? Why is it not a good morning? Oh?
You see, my
You're
voice box
late!
broke.
What on earth took you so long, Solia?
You sent that telegram Wait, who's Solia?
Never mind that. You're late.
Sorry, you literally messaged us this morning and then
I messaged you 7 days ago.
What do you mean 7 days ago? What? Your telegram only arrived at 5 o'clock, Mr. Holmes. Though I know about the weak one, but Renosuke didn't receive it. What do you mean, Susano-san? This has happened like 5 minutes ago. No, Renosuke... Naruhodo-san, just trust me on this. You didn't.
I don't trust you.
What? And it's a 20-minute ride to the hospital. Okay, ignoring this little... I'm not going to be playing this mental ping-pong game. She's right on the other half of what she said. And it's 5:30 now. I think we made very good time. If anything, you were late in that
Time
regard.
is utterly irrelevant. The fact is, I've been waiting for what felt like an eternity.
Well, I think that's a you problem.
Ooh.
In point of fact, I myself was awoken at 4 this morning by a telegram boy. And feeling it was somewhat unjust that I alone had been roused at such an hour, I sent one to you.
I pressed the button and I remembered.
Oh.
Hold on. I have an idea. Wait, makeshift reverb. Well, thanks. Okay, that's not good.
No, that's not even...
Get a Pringles can.
I'm lost without my voice mod, guys. I'm lost without it. Well, thanks for that.
Anyway, you're here now, so the victim is over there. She's only just regained consciousness. You should introduce yourselves. And I shall observe from here.
So, that's the lady who was found on the snow-covered pavement with the knife in her back.
Megan, you can take her.
Her name is...
Huh?
Ah, yes, here we
Who?
are. Miss Green.
The victim.
The victim.
No, but there's the most important thing.
Rat.
A mouse, Miss Naruhodo! An enormous mouse! Vermin in a hospital? That doesn't seem the best. But it looks like a very healthy specimen, doesn't it? It's very plump! I'm not sure we could say that's down to the excellence of this facility, if that's what you're thinking. Okay. Good morning. Hello. I'm, Ryonosuke Naruhodo, from the Empire of Japan.
Oh no! Was it your knife that's... Are you the man who...
No. I'm a lawyer. And I'm Susato Mikotoba. Pleased to meet you.
Oh no! Was it your knife then? Are you the one?
No. I assure you, I'm Miss Naruhodo's judicial assistant. We heard that you'd regained consciousness and wanted to come to give you our best wishes.
Best wishes for me? Thank you. I'm Olive Green. I'm an artist.
In the original Japanese, her name is Viridian Green.
No, here we have Olive Garden.
I was gonna say Olive Garden. I was gonna say her name's actually Olive Garden. No, that's not right, is it? Well, I mean, I'm trying to be an artist. Well, what I really mean is, I desperately want to be an artist.
That quote alone
relate.
is just a mood to everybody.
Gotta relate.
Anyways, I'm doing alright. How about you?
But the truth is, I don't have any talent. I know I don't.
Stop! Olive Garden, stop spitting facts. Please.
Olive oil. It's no wonder I was stabbed in the back.
I don't think that's related, actually.
It's totally related.
I really don't think it is either, but...
I was the one that was stabbed. I would know.
Well, I guess so. Gosh. This young woman seems to be bent over backwards to put herself down. That sounds like a certain individual that I know. Susado not now. Seeing as we're here, we should ask about what happened from our perspective, I suppose. This is the best I got as reverb.
Do you want me to do it? No?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Unless I just keep switching to Voicemod. That's a waste.
Nah.
To suddenly be struck in the back of the head by a blade as you were walking
Back
along
of
the
the
pavement.
head.
Back of the head!
But good woman, how are you still alive?
I'm
I
sorry.
have a thick skull.
To suddenly be struck in the back
I have
by a
very
blade.
big skull. My mother always told me I was hard-headed.
Well, there, you got that going for you, so you don't have to be a depressing mess. What a terrible experience you had, Miss Green.
It was so cold that day, and the fog was so thick, I couldn't see a thing. That was 4 days ago now, I think. Is that right?
Yes, that's right. I'm afraid you've been comatose all that time.
But the case has been solved, hasn't it? Well, I've been here in the hospital, I mean.
Indeed it has, my dear madam. Spectacularly by none other than I, Sherlock Holmes.
Aren't you the guy that killed me?
No. It was that Japanese man over there.
Oh.
What? No, I didn't do it.
Oh, I guess everyone is colluding to kill me.
No, man, that is not at all what it is.
We did.
No.
Guess I'm just that bad of an artist.
No, I never even seen your art. What does your art even look like?
Terrible enough for a knife in the back.
Oh my gosh. You know, I can imagine she's like, it looks like this. She holds up just a line of, like, it's a circle of an olive and then just a line, like, green paint through it, but it's not even within the lines.
She holds up a picture of a banana duct taped to a wall.
Ah, that's, very original.
That's a very, it's a very, very nice deer. That's, yeah. I'm sure you'll get a couple guineas for that.
Yeah. Mr. Holmes, as you well know, it was Miss Naruhodo's hard-working court that solved the case. Why did I go to Miss Giselle Brett in this voice? I don't know. Are you yet to hear what happened, Miss Green?
Yes, I'm afraid so. A gentleman from the police force is supposed to be coming to fill me in shortly.
Oh, I see. I mean, we could do it for him. Nothing's stopping us.
Me coming around seems to have made everyone frantically busy.
Oh no, please don't. Please don't say what I think you're gonna say.
I'm so sorry. I should have never regained consciousness. It was selfish of me.
I literally thought the same. I thought that. I was like, please don't let her go this route.
I'm a burden to the police force.
Ma'am, they're
Another
just
burden to the law.
they're just doing their job. It's okay. They're getting paid for it. You're not wasting anyone's time. Jeez. Oh no! We're all so relieved that you're on the mend. That was so bad. I'm gonna do that again. Oh no! We're all so relieved that you're on the mend, Miss Green. Really, we are. Please don't talk yourself down, because seriously, it'll make Naruhodo give an excuse to start going on a tangent again, and we don't want that. that kind of attitude. Maybe her surname should be Blue, not Green, and
I'm blue,
Casada's
dapper
not
tea,
wrong.
dapper die. If I were green, I would die.
So, you're an artist, are you, Miss Green?
Oh no. I couldn't possibly claim that. I'm a fledgling artist at best. No. I'm a student of art, really, at the Thorndike Academy of Fine Arts.
Oh my! An Academy of Fine Arts? Great Britain is such a wonderful country.
Tell me, Miss Green, do you live hereabouts?
Do you have
No, I
hereabouts?
do not have hereabouts. I don't know what that is. Oh, no, actually, no. I don't deserve it, but I have a little flat on Brixton Road. I almost read that as Brexit Road.
I see. How very interesting.
You know... Do you know what she needs?
What is that?
A good cup of Adderall.
Oh, no! No, not the Adderall! Please! Anything but that! Oh, no. Is it?
Brixton is some 10 stops away from the underground, on the underground from here. And Thorndike Academy is a mere 3-minute walk from Brixton town centre.
Does that matter, Mr. Holmes?
Perhaps not, but Briar Road is a far less salubrious part of town by comparison, dwelt in by those of inferior means.
Then why did you say interesting?
Oh, why don't you progress the chat and find out?
It's so interesting that my life just doesn't matter that much.
What?
That's what he meant to say.
Including the Maleficent Mr. Mustache.
I love that movie.
Wow, the fact that he actually didn't deny it is concerning. Mr. Holmes, I'm disappointed in you. Inferior means? I suppose the Saki-san does fit the bill.
It struck me as somewhat out of the ordinary for a young fine art student to be walking in such a district. That's all.
What's this? She's suddenly clammed up by making noises. Mr. Holmes, you should be ashamed of yourself, prying into a young maiden's private affairs.
Oh dear me, do forgive me.
He's laughing. I can't believe it. I mean, Susada, to be fair, he finds anything funny. Well, you should be doing something more about it. Why are you looking at me like that when you're going to flip me for the 9th time? I'm thinking about it.
I'll have to cope it with my own depression.
Mr. Holmes, do you need your cup of Adderall?
Same. If you don't mind, I'm being discharged shortly, so I need to pack up my things.
Oh, yes, of course. We won't keep you. Thank you so much, Miss Green.
Investigate.
This rounded wooden figure isn't the most charming, is it? I don't think that's a decoration, Miss Naruhodo. What? It's an artist. Oh my gosh, It's an artist's mannequin, I believe, used when practicing sketching the human form in different poses. That is, a little bit different than a regular, mannequin, I guess. Really? It's not exactly what you'd call a typical figure for that purpose, though, is it? I totally foresaw the future. No, I suppose not. I confess I've never seen one quite so full-figured before. Well, if you want to draw a full-figured person, it's the right tool for the job. Naruto-san, she sounds really depressed. I know, I noticed. I don't really know what to do about it. And I'm...
Here, Miss Green, here's a pet nap for you.
I'm allergic. It's going to kill me. I'm allergic to mice.
Oh, I honestly thought he said, here's a gnat for you. Here's a tiny little gnat for you.
A gnat?
A gnat.
Here's a little fruit fly for you.
I'm allergic to the little fruit flies.
Pet.
I'm allergic to fruit flies.
Their presents make me... Ah.
No, hold on, look at that photograph.
What if I don't feel like it, Mr. Holmes? What if I seriously don't? Have you ever stopped to consider what I feel maybe once in a while, huh? Ever thought about that?
I have.
Mr. Sato, he's ranting again.
Listen, Naruhodo-san, look at the photograph. Fine. Look, there's a photograph in this frame here. Look at him. Look at this weirdo. He's probably the murderer. Or the victim. One of the two. Oh, yes. It's a picture of a young gentleman. He looks to be about the same age as Miss Green, I would say. Perhaps the young woman's special someone, do you think? Where do I get this thing? I have no idea.
It's a framed picture of someone in her possession.
And? Maybe it's what she looked like in her youth. You never know.
Maybe that's what she looked like before she got stabbed.
Yeah. Ever thought of that, Yue?
No, I could say no.
There we go. To be fair, we could be looking at to be fair, this picture might not even belong to her. Just some random picture of the hospital. But yeah, like, why does she have all this stuff out? And why does she have it out? She woke up recently. Why would she unpack to set up like, oh, I want to make it look like home here, only to be discharged in the morning?
Yeah, that's a good question. She wasn't carrying all this stuff.
I mean, there is a suitcase right here.
Well, she wasn't carrying one when she got stabbed and fell unconscious and put in hospital for 4 days.
The rat delivered them to me.
Oh, well.
Korean rat. Thank you.
You know, that's a
You're
kind
my
rat.
only friend in this world. And I'm allergic to you. Such bitter irony.
Then why did you say it was going to kill you? Trying to kill you. Trying
Because of
to.
my allergies. Everything tries to kill me one way or another. Eventually, sooner or later.
Man, this is depressing, but hilarious.
I think this is the most bits we've had.
Naruhodo-san, that is so mean! Susato, come on, you have to laugh at this even a little bit. My, Mr. Naruhodo. I didn't know
It's
you had a
okay.
sense for matters of the heart.
It's
Remind me
okay.
to flip you out the window later.
You can laugh. It's okay. That's what everyone else does.
We're only 5 minutes into this case, and it's already 1:30.
Not in the least, Susato, and don't you dare flip me out the window. I sincerely said the first thing I thought of, like what you do on a daily basis.
Is that Mr. Narrowfather here? Mr. Narrowfather!
Narrow fodder? What?
Naruhodo.
Well, if you're looking for Naruhodo the lawyer, that's me, but...
Ah, Mr. Narrowfather, good. This is for you. It's a message from Mr. Saucy Mudsmeg.
That caught me off guard, not gonna lie. Sassy nutmeg.
How do you get... Like, I can understand Naruhodo and Narufodder. I mean, that sounds a little similar. But saucy nutmeg.
Natsume, I can see that, but
Soseki
saucy
Natsume.
from Solseki.
Saucy nutmeg.
Saucy nuts, Meg.
Ooh.
Mr. Natsume sent a message to me. I don't know how I'm able to get that immediately. But why would a policeman be delivering a message from Mr. Natsume? Natsume. Exactly. What's going on? What's a Scotland Yard constable doing playing delivery boy at this time in the morning?
Ah, what are you waiting for? Let me see that.
No, it's mine. I'm the one who wants to read it. Come on.
No, it's mine.
Who are you
It's
even?
mine. I'm Sherlock Holmes. Everything's mine.
Why are the two of you?
I have no idea.
Oh no, into the Sherlock verse.
Oh. I wanted to read it, you meanie.
Well, this is most unexpected.
Is something wrong, Mr. Holmes?
Is something wrong, Mr. Holmes, he says? Have you not seen this note?
You took the note away from me. You took the note away. Why do you want to gaslight me so bad?
You've seen the notes. You saw it in his hand.
You had the
It
note
was
right in your
folded.
hand.
It was folded. I was gonna unfold it, and then you were like, "Yoink, let me read that." And then you read it, and be like, "Is something wrong? Did you read the note?" No, you took it out of my hand before I could do it.
Semantics.
Objection, hearsay.
Not now, second Sherlock Holmes. I'm dealing with you later. Right now, one thing at a time, please. I have enough on my plate. So, no. How could I have? You yanked it.
It would seem that London's criminals have no intention of letting the great detective rest.
What does it say?
A new case calls. A case of murder, no less. We must depart at once.
Can I read it?
Yo, Wudgie, welcome.
Hi, Eddie.
Oh,
Murder?
Moida.
That was bad.
Call a cab. Time is of the essence.
But the trouble is, we've yet to read Mr. Natsume's note. I was thinking we ought to pay him a visit in his lodgings once we did.
That will be entirely convenient.
Convenient? What do you mean?
It's all here in this note, my dear fellows.
Then give me the note.
Give no.
The murder we must investigate took place at Mr. Mustache's lodgings.
Wait.
Bruh.
What? I'll help. What?
Fiacre.
Fracre.
What?
Fracre. A fracre.
I'll
A fracre.
Fiacre.
have a fiacre at once.
Fiacre.
Fiacre. Whatever that is, I've never seen that word before.
Fracre.
It was only yesterday that Soseki-san was in court, and we were dispelling doubts about his innocence.
Get a
And now,
Pringles can.
the very next day, there's a murder at the man's own address. He may very well be the unluckiest man alive. Or so it seemed to us at the time. But we were soon to discover it was worse than we thought.
So, Wudgie, do you want Solseki?
oh God. That seems too bit of a rough role for me, but
Rough.
I'm not that fast. I'm not a fast talker.
Hold on.
Okay, then you can take the other guy since Onoken is not here.
The other guy.
Ah, yes,
The other guy.
the guy that's gonna be there. Right.
Yeah, the
Yes.
other guy. Yeah. You know, the other guy.
So yeah, hello everybody who came. Welcome,
Hello.
welcome. Hello.
Oh,
Sorry, I can't really respond to your text because usually we just voice this. So
Hold on here. I need to pay my late fee here.
Hello.
wait, what do you mean your late fee?
I
No,
need- I need-
no,
his late
no,
fee, Nine.
no,
Nine. He's
No.
paying his late fee, Nine. Nine, he's paying his late fee.
no, don't. There's no need for a late fee. It's okay. No.
Hey
there's-
guys,
No.
if you're here, please
no,
donate
no,
your
shut
money.
up, shut up. Shh, 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 shh. No, Mega, shh, shh.
Everyone in chat,
Mega!
please donate all your money.
No,
It's
no,
really
no, no,
quick.
no. Everybody, don't, no, 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 no.
Guys, we can end student debt once and for
No.
all. Just give us your credit card
No,
number and all the
Mega.
details.
21st February, 7:18 a.m. Mr. Natsume.
Here's my late fee.
Sorry, I had to pay my late fee. There's my late fee.
Happy my life.
Thank you, Aji, for your late
Here's
fee.
my late fee.
That is not. Thank you for your late fee. I
Guys.
appreciate it. You
Guys,
have to, but I
Donate
appreciate
all your
No.
money right now. It'd
Don't.
be really funny.
No.
We could prank
No.
Solia right now by giving her money.
No.
It'll be an epic prank.
No. It's not a prank. Your financial health is not a prank.
I literally have $1,200.
Here's $1,000.
No, don't do that. No.
Here's a small loan of $1 million.
21st February, 7:18 a.m. Mr. Natsume's Lodgings, ground floor.
Damn, that prank is dope.
Oh, it's him.
Attention, students! A body has been
dearest
discovered!
heavens, I have been
Oh, that
found.
was you.
Well,
What?
actually, I think
What?
UA made the jingle.
UA,
and I,
yep.
Oh,
Thank you, UA. For the Shakespearean guy of like we barely knew him, and he's like, I'm gonna die now. A play.
who voiced him?
I don't know.
Me.
Was it?
Well, he was only in for a scene, so I didn't bother having
I
anyone
don't
voice
remember
him.
him at all. He was there for a second.
Yeah, he was literally there for a bit, and then that's it.
well, he's dead now.
He's
so.
dead now, so it doesn't matter.
Yay.
What on earth? Oh my! Gentleman is deceased without question. He's dead.
Yo, why is room terrible?
Look, a student's missing that whole square!
Mr. Natsume.
Oh, why is this happening? Why to me? I've only just got out of court yesterday. I was finally home after 2 days of misery. And then I wake up the next day to this. No early bird should catch a worm like this. Willful worm without wiggle. I see you in high spirits again this morning, Miss Mustache. Ah! Not the horrible hairlock shelves! Shove off! Throw yourself the door! I never invited you!
Mr. Holmes came. Oh gosh. Okay, let me do this again. Mr. Holmes came here with us. I'm quite sure he'll be able to help you, Mr. Natsume.
I am entirely at your disposal, Miss Mustache. What can I do for you?
No, I can imagine. I'm entirely
Get
at your
out!
disposal, Mr. Mustache. But first things first, you're guilty. Oh, hello.
Here they are, already. They're busybodies.
Ah, Inspector Gregson. What a pleasant surprise.
Ah, pleasant.
Pleasant, is it? Gives me heartburn every time I see your face at a crime scene solved.
Ooh.
Ha ha! I deduce, Inspector, that your heartburn is a result of your excessive consumption of fried food.
I mean,
True.
he got you there. Good morning, Inspector.
What's so good about it?
A crime scene! Don't you go touching anything!
Or, good morning to you too, Sunshine, if you want to say that. Oh, that's a lot of... Okay,
I'm
that's...
just gonna meticulously appear right over here with my arms crossed, and yes, I also have food.
So, Inspector, what was the victim's name? Who was he? I'm gonna bother you
Steve
now.
McQueen. He died from...
Mr. William Shamspeare. Or Shakespeare, whatever the translation
Stop!
wanted to give
No,
his
that
name.
is not his
Shamspeare?
name. That is
He
not
was a
his
lodger
name.
here.
He's a
In
sham.
the original version, he's William Pretensy.
What?
No, I like this better then.
What does that even mean?
I don't know, but at least
Something
for
about
this...
pretense. Well, it's specifically in the original Japanese. It's William Pretensy, but it was only made Pretensy in the Scarlet Study version because Pretensy, I imagine it's some sort of Japanese pun.
Gamer moment. Yeah, it sounds like a Japanese pun.
Well, this guy's a sham anyway, so it doesn't matter what his name is. He's dead.
He's fake.
As you can probably tell, he was an actor. A bit of a dead loss as it happens, or just a kid.
Man,
Wow.
we're doing good. Predicting it easy. Mr. Shamspeare.
It was the landlord, old Mr. Garadeb, and the other lodger, Mr. Natsume, who found him.
Mr.
The
Garrett.
fella didn't rise at his usual hour, so Garadeb got word and kicked the door down.
I
you're 1
can't
hour-
feel my knee anymore. Bam!
You slept 1 hour late. I guess we're gonna have to break your door down.
You see, it's my regulations in this here establishment.
I see.
You gotta rise and
You're supposed
shine
to
at
get up
7.
the hour you're scheduled to. If you don't, well, I'm gonna burn down the frickin' building.
And it'll be your fault, and I'll sue you for damages.
I'll sue you for damage, you son of a...
But doesn't Mr. Garadeb have a bad leg?
Well, I do now.
Oh yeah, you're right there. It was just that jittery Japanese hunchback over there actually did the kicking.
Really?
He's got sandals on. How can he kick with those
The
sandals
victim was
on?
pretty hard up, it seems. Even done some time inside for petty crimes.
Not just sandals. It's the Japanese wooden clogs.
He had no money, no place to go, and no friends. Sounds like me, except for my food. Anyways, his only acquaintances were the people in this house.
What's with
can't
all
get
of you
that, by
being
the
way.
depressed?
Damn, I can relate.
Miserable life and a miserable end to it.
Yo, imagine someone kicked down your door with clogs. Can't really clog that door open.
Ignoring all this depression talk, I will not join it. I will not join it. I will not join it. What exactly is Mr. Natsume still doing here? He's not involved in the investigation, so shouldn't you have sent him away from the crime scene?
Haha, depression's funny.
Well, I'm not saying it's because the fellow looks odd or anything, or that he acts suspicious, but he's suspicious. But I thought it would be prudent to take a statement from the cohabitor.
You nearly said culprit there, didn't you?
Of course I have it.
Oh dear. Mr. Natsume appears to be under suspicion again. It certainly seems that way. He does just come across as such an odd fellow, doesn't he?
Racist.
Oh man. How unfortunate. And Mr. Naruto, that's part of your race you're talking about.
Anyway, I can't say much until the coroner gets here,
I love corn.
but I don't think the fella's been a goner for that long. The body's still warm.
Even if the inspector would allow it, I don't think I could bring myself to touch a dead body.
Sure you can.
I'm just now going to mysteriously teleport back over here. Don't worry about me.
What a terrible thing to have happened.
It's only been 3 days since I was arrested for the incident on the pavement outside. And then, having finally regained my freedom, it starts happening all over again. The endless existence of excruciating experiences!
So, the victim lived here on the ground floor, and your room is just 1 story up, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. That's the British spelling of it. In a way, we were neighbors, I suppose.
Neighbors of death, I guess.
So, did you know the victim? Were you friends? I doubt
You owed me
this.
money.
So Saki-san, was he your friend?
He owed me money.
Oh. How?
You owe me money, Naruto.
What? What?
He's just standing there, menacingly.
Menacingly!
So Saki-san, with all due respect, I don't think I owe you anything. In fact, I think you owe me money for, on second thought, you don't have to owe me a thing. You can, you know what? Just tell. Were you friends? Just tell me that. I think that's a understandable thing. Just were you? Wososeki-san, no! It was an innocent enough question, wasn't it? Why does he seem so shaken by it?
Well, I suppose he wasn't a complete stranger. But did he invite me to his room? No, never! On my honor, I swear it!
What an extreme reaction, and I said that without moving my mouth.
Mind reader.
You're probably wishing you'd never asked now, aren't you, Miss Naruhodo?
When we found him here, I felt wretched, which is why I sent word asking you to come. Throw that inspector over there!
Hey, what's up? I'm Inspector. Strike a pose.
Mr. Holmes, what are you doing?
Look at this web I found. Look at this.
Like, look at this web. It's a pretty cool web, don't you agree,
It's pretty
guys?
cool.
Definitely not the
It's a
funniest
prop.
pose, though, Holmes. The one in the first game, the second case where he's just hanging off a coat rack.
Yeah.
I first got to that, I was just dying. I still have a video of that on my channel. Just I just panned over and I just lost it.
I'm a coat now.
I'm a coat now.
You know
I'm a
what?
coat.
I'm
Coat
not,
go
I'm not ready. I'm not
brrr.
ready yet. Hold up.
Coat go brrr.
Boy, I said hands off. You're gonna mess up my crime scene.
Oh, no, I just wanted to look,
Come
that's
on,
all.
get away from the body. No chance. I know you're kind, you Japs. You'll mess it up by looking at it.
What? Someone's in a bad mood.
There's certainly some bad air in here, isn't there?
Alright, it sounds like I'd better talk to the inspector first and try to curry some favor, which I already did. And you just popped back into existence.
He's that irritating.
I can't do it loud.
Alright, I'm ready now. Mr. Holmes? What are you doing?
Ha! You need only observe to know it, my dear fellow. Investigating, naturally.
No, you're pointing at a cobweb and looking at me directly in the eyes. So I thought to ask what you were doing. But, and in the other event, there's nothing natural about that pose at all. Mr. Holmes! Oh gosh! Mr. Holmes! Have you made some miraculous discovery?
Patience, my dear madam, patience. We've not been here in this room for 5 minutes. So far, all I've managed to deduce is what actually happened.
Oh, okay.
My goodness!
That's not
What?
a lot.
Isn't that everything we need to know, Mr. Holmes? Wait,
Nah.
this is one of the songs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, Yue, what did you make her do?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Daniel.
Did you make her do what I did? What you made me do in my playthrough?
Yes.
Is it this? I don't remember this.
I added a couple of things. Now that you propose the idea, I believe one could indeed see it that way.
Quantity.
At the present time, I've managed to draw two incontrovertible conclusions. Danny, you can take Soloseki here.
Shoseki.
The first is that there was a physical struggle here last night in which the victim fought for his life.
Okay.
Everyone back away from me! Okay, great.
What did you do?
I
What'd you
literally
do?
just took a bite of my soup.
Uh-huh.
And
It honestly
then...
sounded like someone broke into your house and was kidnapping you.
Oh, it's you at gunpoint.
Okay, if I was at gunpoint, I'd be like, yo, you want to say something to the stream? You want to say how you're mugging me right now? I mean, go ahead, take whatever you want, just not this
Yo, check out my
corner.
Vine.
You like drum set? There's a drum set behind
Wrong period. Wrong age period. Wrong age period. It's dead. It's dead. Let it go.
Guys, check out my Vine.
Vine is dead. Let it go.
Guys, check out my sick Vine.
Guys,
The
check out my
modern equivalent
TikTok.
of Vine is TikTok.
Guys, check
we
out
don't
my
talk about
MySpace
TikTok
account.
here.
We don't talk about TikTok here.
Guys, check out my new MySpace
What if-
account.
What if you're someday sponsored by TikTok 9?
Don't.
Which reminds me
Yeah.
of today's sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends.
I wish. Literally everybody around me has sponsors now.
Let's talk about today's
me.
sponsor, Dollar Shave Club.
Let's talk about today's sponsor, Genshin Impact.
No.
I mean, that's like the
9 would
most
like that.
viable I could be.
Enough.
9 would like that one.
I would, actually. But they're never going to sponsor me. Why would they? Anyways, Mr. Natsume, what's wrong? Is something that Mr. Holmes said significant somehow?
No, don't mind me. Forget I was here.
That's a new face.
And my
Goodbye.
second conclusion is that there was a poison lingering in the air here last night that passed the victim's lips.
Holmes,
Yeah,
why
blast.
do you keep feel the need to walk up to my face to say it?
Because you know why.
I don't know why. I don't know. Gonna take ya.
I think it's
2
time to
seconds.
gear up.
Nonsense.
Get away, get away. All right, Mr. Natsume. Why are you reacting so extremely to Mr.
Hey,
Holmes'
guys.
deduction?
Guys, I forgot my
Guys.
script. What's his accent sound like again? What's he supposed to be?
He's Japanese. He's a student. He's
Okay.
stressed out from being a student.
Okay, I can do that.
So be a stressed out student who just can't take it anymore.
So I'm going back to school. Got it.
Yep. Uh-huh.
All right, I got this.
All right.
No, please. I'm a stressed out student. Pretend I'm not here.
God. He's not.
I don't want to be here.
If he is, it's internal.
Please,
Not
please
external.
don't.
You
Please
tell me he's a
don't.
stressed out student. Isn't that just depression?
We have enough depression. I don't want to rename this title episode Depression All Around.
All right. I got
I'm
this.
the only one that can be
Flashback
depressed
depression.
here.
No, please. Pretend I'm not here. I'm
you just-
stunned, invisible, ineffable, inscrutable, insignificant. I'm not here. Bye.
Impossible to ignore. You must tell us everything, Mr. Holmes. Spare no detail.
Ellipses.
But of course. Let the theatrical tragedy before us be unraveled by my great deductions, presented for your pleasure in 2 acts.
We've heard some truly astounding great deductions from Mr. Holmes in the past.
To make a long story short,
No doubt.
he died from ligma.
What's Ligma?
No doubt this will be in no exception. What miracles unfold before our eyes this time? I wish I miss my voice mod.
What happened to your voice?
So, my dear fellows, for your delight and wonder, let the curtain rise.
It just
For
broke.
Sherlock Holmes' Logic and Reasoning Spectacular, Act 1.
For some reason, she sounds
Yo.
8-bit every time she does the voice mod.
Oh, cool. I'm just
The
in time
game
for a
is
great
afoot.
deduction.
Yo, you're here for one of the mechanics.
Topic
Finally.
1. Cause of
This is my show here.
Ahem.
Careful observation of the victim reveals to us the events that transpired in this disconsolate room last night. Foam at the mouth of the deceased clearly indicates use of poison.
Oh, my dear.
Next to the victim, we notice a large dining plate, which contains, you'll observe,
So,
Is that
one
butter?
half of a sizable bar of soap. Meaningful?
Oh,
Indubitably.
my god. Oh,
Oh,
cheese
that's-
soap. Oh.
Wait, that's not butter.
You mean I should have eaten that earlier?
Why is the soap set so purposefully upon the dish? Like the victim's last supper, in fact. Yes.
He didn't. He ate soap. He got soap poisoning. I knew
Could
it.
it be that the man was about to eat it? Of course! The fork reveals the answer!
I like so
What?
he just looks at the camera
What?
like, is this man serious?
What?
believe this, kids?
Oh, I feel like he's looking at the camera like, oh, wait, that wasn't butter. That was soap.
Wait. Oh, wait. Oh, I messed up. Oh, no.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't know Saseki was Jim Halford.
Man,
I thought it was tradition. They always talked about washing their mouths out with soap, so I thought, maybe that was normal here.
can you believe this, kids? What? You know what? Hold up. It must be an acne. Okay, hold on. Oh. Sorry, this is
What
important.
the heck's going on here? What
There we
the
go.
heck?
Sorry, I had to. Okay.
What the heck?
It appears that the young man's appetite was his undoing. Taking up arms with the fork of his cutlery, the victim engaged in a deadly battle for his life.
Baboosh.
The struggle against his hunger was in vain, for in the end, he couldn't resist devouring the slippery feast. Baboosh! But London's foul soap is besmirched by foul poison. He went baboosh, and down he goes.
Yeah, see?
Yes, the victim's life was claimed by poison that tainted the contents of the plate. The soap and the lather about the young man's mouth are too perfectly matched to ignore.
Well, shit, you got me there.
The cause of death was clearly intoxication due to excessive ingestion of foul soap. Though personally, I have a greater interest in the taste of foul candle wax, of course.
What?
Wait, what? Wait, you can't
Killer.
just drop that on us at the end
I'll
there.
just
What?
say,
Oh.
if you thought the deductions from the last game were insane, they're actually better and get more insane. They're actually the best of this game. They get
Suicide or
really
murder?
insane.
The cause of death identified, we proceed to Act 2, where we ponder the next question.
Yummy.
Was this suicide or murder?
I don't know, man.
The audience will recall that death occurred during the victim's last supper.
Yummy.
Did the man dine and die alone? The single teacup suggests the answer. To draw a conclusion on such meager evidence would be foolish, however, certainly. The careful criminal could have absconded with his own cup to cover his tracks. Well, allow me to lift the veil of doubt, my dear fellow.
Oh.
You ready to hear this cool thing, kids? But first, I have to do one little thing. Mr. Soseki Natsume, nothing personnel.
Oh, please. Please.
Nothing personnel, Soseki.
Stop it.
No, Rip, wait.
What'd you do?
Please.
Indeed, what reveals the answer, of course, is the broken look.
I wanted to get the image before that, but I paused it at the perfect time, which shows in Discord. Beautiful.
I am.
Chat will never know. Someday they will, but not today.
Never.
Though forced open now, at the time of the incident, this door was locked.
Yeah?
And the cell key was in the victim's pocket.
Yeah?
Ah.
In other words, when the victim consumed the poison, he must have been alone.
Oh, I wish you had a T-pose. That'd be funny.
Oh. How'd you riddle that one out,
Alone with
Holmes?
his inferior soap from whence wafted an inferior scent.
Inferior.
And with that acrid aroma lingering in the air, the victim met his end in tragic solitude. We can take comfort only in the fact that his soul was well cleansed on its way to the hereafter.
I'll be dead honest, I really wasn't paying attention to this thing. Because I know I'm just gonna rip it apart.
It couldn't possibly be anyone.
Thus concludes the final act of Sherlock Holmes' great deduction.
Oh, there's more?
Yo, what did you say, Mr. Holmes? I actually was not paying attention.
I zoned out.
All.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
I
Could you
said
repeat
he
all that?
did.
Naruhodo-san, were you seriously not listening? Yeah, no, sorry. I was eating my soup. What?
He did.
TLDR, he died.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
There's, okay. Anyway, so let me, for the thing that I did here, there's just one thing, Mr. Holmes.
No.
You are disposed to identifying just one thing, aren't you, Mr. Naruhodo? Pray, what concerns you?
Well,
Everything.
no matter how hungry he was, do you really think the man would have eaten soap?
Wouldn't you?
It is quite apparent
yeah.
that this man had barely a penny to his name. It is a curious thing, but to one so destitute, soap can certainly appear quite irresistibly appetizing.
Oh,
Top
extraordinary!
In truth, I have tried a little soap myself in the past.
That
You've
makes sense.
Eaten it, you mean? Why?
Tastes
Dear
good.
fellow, it was some time ago now. My postulation was that it would cleanse my guts.
Explains a lot right now, actually.
And did it?
I
As
cleaned
I
my
writhed in agony
brain.
on the floor and spilled the contents of my stomach, yes, I believe it did.
Damn.
Mr. Holmes.
It also cleaned my brain.
Such a gift.
We'll talk about this more back up. Let's just focus on the now.
It really got those
Experience taught me a
wrinkles out of my
valuable lesson.
brain.
The experience taught me a valuable lesson. Soap is quite poisonous.
Oh,
It is
what?
an unpleasant taste and leads to great discomfort. In summary, I cannot recommend it.
Believe me, I wouldn't eat it even if you did.
Why not?
There's something that troubles me as well, actually. Oh? What's that? It's Mr.
you-
Natsume.
Mr. Natsume.
That was the most silent I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, hang on, sorry. ah!
There we go. I couldn't help noticing him shuddering and quivering out of the corner of my eye. Almost as if Mr. Holmes' deductions touched a nerve somehow.
Nonsense!
Well, that clenched teeth episode didn't last. I think, judging by Mr. Natsume's reaction, the great detective's deduction needs some gentle corrections in order to reach the actual truth. Yes, Mr. Holmes' observations and deductions are sometimes a little too sharp. He has a tendency to hit the nail on the side of the head and drive it in an obtuse angle, and look at him being so proud of himself like a little dog. A little dog that he's so proud of what he does. So when he does that, it falls to us to straighten things out. Alright then, let's see what we can do. Yes, we must pick out the keywords in Mr. Holmes' quite brilliant deductions, even though I think we know how to do this, but the game's gonna just teach us anyway, and discreetly exchange them for something that makes a little more sense. If we can do that, I'm sure we'll arrive at what Mr. Holmes meant to say in the first place.
In that case, are you ready for the second performance of the day? Once again, my dear fellows, for your continued delight and wonder, let the curtain rise. For Sherlock Holmes' Logic and Reasoning Spectacular, Act 1.
Alright,
I
time to
love this
fix
minigame.
time to get the red pen, guys.
Dun 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 dun. I am not in time with the music, but I don't care because I love to sing.
Ha 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 ha.
What are you waiting for, Mr. Naruhodo?
I was doing something funny.
Cheese. The forbidden cheese. Cheese.
I'll show you.
Cheese.
Could it be that man was about to eat it? Of course, the fork reveals the answer.
Is he serious? Well, you can't deny that a fork implies the man was eating something, or about to eat something. Yes, that's true. If I were to decide to eat some soap, I should prefer to use a fork than to attempt it with chopsticks. And of course, only half the bar of soap is left on the plate. But might there not be some other explanation? Something material that proves whether or not the man really ate some soap?
We gotta cut him open, see what's inside. Has he
I
got any
suppose
soap
you'd
in
eat
there?
soap with a fork, would you? I don't think it's a question of which implement you'd use. You shouldn't eat soap, full stop. But then why? Why does the man have a fork in his hand? Oh dear. I understand your frustration, Miss Naruhodo. But please don't take it out on me. I'll flip you out that window. That window's barricaded through the brick wall. Did I stutter?
Yes. Say that again.
I don't think you. Anyways, the point is, if we decide the man used this fork to eat the soap, we wouldn't be changing Mr. Holmes' deduction. So we really ought to consider some other clues. Right over there.
Oh shit. Yeah, point.
Look, there's more soap on the floor here. Mr. Shamspeare must really have loved the stuff. Let's not jump to conclusions, Miss Naruhodo. Look closely at this soap. Do you see that it would fit together perfectly with the half bar on the table? What the? How could that be? I think that they are two halves of the same bar that broke apart. Which, Mr. Holmes, not Mr. Holmes. Take that! Yeah, that, do the thing. Could it be that the man was about to eat it? Of course. The other piece of soap reveals the answer. You blind detective. It's right there.
It's been the other half of the soap on the table. In short, the victim was not eating soap at all.
Wow.
But it's obvious, really. For no death of hunger could drive any man to attempt to eat soap. No, man.
Don't look at me.
Mr. Holmes? Why are you like this?
Did I say it was due to my deaths of hunger?
No, but I'm pretty sure you didn't say that at all, so don't even try to gaslight me here.
Even I, with my unquenchable thirst for practical knowledge, took only a single bite.
Why? But that begs the question of how the man was poisoned. But there's no sign of any food on the table.
An excellent observation, Mr. Naruhodo, and one that furnishes us with the answer we seek.
All right.
For London's foul soap is besmirched by foul poison. Yes, the victim's life was claimed by poison that tainted the contents of the plate.
Mr. Holmes is still pushing the soap argument then. Perhaps he's suggesting the man licked the soap rather than ate it. If soap in London is that poisonous, I don't think I want to be washing my hands with it. But there are no signs of any food in this room at all. Of course. Food... Oh gosh. Food isn't the only thing that passes people's lips, is it?
What?
Oh.
You mean food isn't the only thing that
What?
goes through our mouth? What?
What?
I think you're insane.
Tea. He was poisoned by tea.
Oh no. Oh no.
Dried tea leaves.
A
Very
Western...
poisonous.
A Western vessel for the serving of infusions of dried tea leaves. It's a teacup, Miss Naruhodo, as you well know. Stop putting on airs, for once. And it's empty. Ah, so we've already established that the victim wasn't eating soap when he died. However, there's significant evidence to suggest that he was drinking tea. My thoughts exactly. Take that!
Wrong.
Wrong. I'm waiting for it. Yes, the victim's life was claimed by poison that tainted the teacup.
Indeed,
talking
cats have been the vessel of choice for practicing poisons over the centuries.
I love it when you snipe my own deductions and make it your own. I love it.
And it would appear that this victim drank every last drop.
There's no sign of food anywhere in the room.
Which leads us to the amusable conclusion. The cause of death was clearly intoxication due to the ingestion of poison contained in this teacup.
Poison from soap.
I mean, he wasn't wrong. It just, the source was wrong.
I still like the bank robbery one.
The cause of death identified, we proceed to Act 2.
You say the same thing.
Is it suicide or murder?
Suicidal murder.
A murder.
Probably a murder. Otherwise, why would we be here?
A single teacup suggests the answer.
Ah, the Western vessel for infused hot drinks again. It's already featured heavily in our deduction so far. Yes, we can imagine that shortly before his death, Mr. Shakespeare was having a drink of tea. There would be nothing remarkable about that, but what troubles me is Mr. Natsume's reaction when he heard Mr. Holmes suggest it. There's more to this deduction than it seems. We must closely examine the scene of the crime again for some more clues.
Nine!
What?
He's got two!
He got two!
Two!
It's another Western vessel for it's a teacup! Why do you want to do this, Mr. Naruhodo? Why? Right, chill, sorry.
Yo, chill.
And it too is empty. Given that he's actually holding this one in his hand, we can assume that this is the cup from which Mr. Shakespeare was actually drinking. But if that's the case,
This changes everything. Everything we've deduced up to now, it's turned on its head. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
I have a bad feeling about this. I almost don't want to say it. Yes, I know exactly how you feel.
Take that!
Wrong.
Did the man dine and die alone? This other teacup suggests the answer. Yes, there were 2 teacups in this room all along, because we were all so blind. In other words, this is a strong indication that at the victim's last supper... Oh, hello, Bruce Fairplay. There was a
This
guest
makes Bruce
present.
Fairplay. I'm here all of a sudden.
At the very least, we could say now with certainty that somebody else was here in this room last night, taking tea with the victim.
What are you talking about? Utterly, unbelievably, unjustly, unreasonable.
To draw a conclusion on such meager evidence would be foolish, however, certainly. In which case... Oh,
In which case, my dear little detective, in which case? What more can we deduce about this possible guest at the table?
He's dead.
well, allow me to lift the veil of doubts, my dear fellow. Nothing personal.
Do you mean to say you know who exactly was in this room at the time? Oh my gosh, at the time of the victim's death?
It was me.
Indeed. What reveals the answer, of course, is the broken lock.
No.
I'm not sure I like where this deduction is going now. It's
No.
literally going to repeat the same thing again. I'm afraid it's too late to go back to the... Help?
Halcyon? Halcyon?
Halcyon.
Halcyon.
Yeah,
To the halcyon
Halcyon.
days of
Hey, I
eating
said
too
it
much
right.
soap. But the identity of the guest who was in here last night when the victim passed away is
Me.
something I have a very bad feeling about.
Is
Well,
me.
you can try to ignore your feelings, but we cannot ignore the truth, Miss Naruhodo. Remember, Miss Naruhodo, your feelings don't matter in this case. Okay, Susaru-san, that is a
Racist.
very rude thing to
Very-
say, but okay.
Bury your feelings deep, Luke.
No, I suppose they don't matter. I guess time to look around again. Who cares about what
Mr.
I...
Naruhodo, quit talking in your hands.
I don't have Voicemod.
Come on, Mr. Naruhodo, you can think without your hands.
I wish.
Glasses. Candle. Glasses. Glasses. Glasses? Oh.
Glasses don't work.
What?
Wait. It's empty.
Yeah.
Empty of liquid, but full of air. That makes you think, doesn't it? It makes me think that you're full of hot air. We should be thinking about who else was in the room at the time.
Father. Sada-san's quip and response was cleverer than my original riddle.
Susana woke up and decided to choose violence today. Good lord.
Oh dear, the latch is most definitely broken, isn't it? The door was kicked in by Mr. Natsume, according to what Mr. Garadeb told the inspector. Who knew his short, thin little legs had so much strength in them? I'm not sure the length of his legs is in any way significant here. Perhaps this says more about the poor state of the door than about Mr. Natsume's strength, actually. Careful. If he overheard that remark, he'd almost certainly have a lively response.
I don't know. Does broken lock really tell us anything about who was here?
I actually am trying
Yes.
to find. I actually don't.
Yes.
When in doubt,
Candle.
investigate everything.
Yeah. No.
Even Mr. Shamspear didn't eat candles, it seems. We've already established that he didn't eat soap either. Do you think perhaps the guest bought this candle here last night? Even if he or she did, does it reveal anything about the guest's identity?
Good point. There goes my idea. Snuffed out like that candle will be.
If you sigh so deeply, Miss Naruhodo, you're in danger of blowing out a flame and then making this whole place go on fire. That would be awesome. What?
Books.
Anyways, books.
Books.
At first glance, it seems that the only thing in this room are the makeshift stage and the costumes. I overlooked these 3 books initially. I wonder what they are. Let's see. The titles read A Picture of Monsieur Lecoir, Canterbury Yearnings, and Amir for Garbario.
Garbage.
Everyone is going to literally criticize you for mispronouncing that name. But Mr. Naruhodo-san, I don't care. Alright, fair enough.
I'm Susato.
Oh,
I
wait.
don't care.
I'm sure I've heard those titles before. It could just be an incredible coincidence that, but they're the exact same 3 books that Mr. Natsume purchased the other day. What?
Yes, on the day of the unfortunate incident when Miss Groom was stabbed. Yoseki-san had just been to a bookshop and brought them. Right.
And now those 3 titles are here in the room of the victim. Yet Mr. Natsume claims never to have been here before. Here we go. What does this mean, you do think? I really don't know what to make of it.
Take that!
Bro, did he really commit murder and then just leave behind evidence?
That would be hilarious. Indeed. What reveals the answer, of course, is the pile of familiar books.
Quite so. It's no mere coincidence that these 3 titles are here in this room. It's the link to the truth.
Why do you want to take literally
To the
everything
past.
that I have? Where's my credit?
Because
Because
it's
this is my
funny.
deduction.
I'm fixing your deduction, so technically it should be my deduction too.
You two be quiet. You two are doing awesome poses together.
Oh,
Well, that's true because I'm kind of better.
What do you own a trench coat?
Sure, Mr. Hat with weird old goggles on.
Ooh.
would you please stop
fight,
fighting?
fight,
Please get to the bottom
Well,
of this
I have a
mystery once and for
gun.
all.
Well, I have a katana.
Oh, both of you, shut up right now! I'm freaking out!
So let's see who's the weird one now, Mr. Holmes. Well, actually, we should probably point at him at some point because he's literally having a panic attack over there. Anyway, Mr. Natsume, you purchased these books 4 days ago at the second-hand books shop.
It's just a coincidence.
There's no such
In that
thing as
case,
coincidence.
you will be able to bring the same 3 titles from your own room, will you not? This very
Yeah.
moment.
No, never, non-negotiable.
If you can't bring your own copies here, it proves that these 3 books are in fact yours.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Having purchased the books 4 days ago and returned to your lodgings, you're arrested the very next day.
Did you say lodgings?
Yes. So you could conceivably have brought the books here on that evening, but you never mentioned that.
In other words, you could only have brought these 3 books here to the victim's room.
Was he just dabbing?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Last night, having returned to your lodgings after the trial concluded at the Old Bailey.
Uh, um, uh,
In short, there's only one possible conclusion.
You're
The victim
guilty.
died here in this room last night as a result of poisoning.
And that same night, the victim had a visitor.
And that visitor...
Stop stealing my thunder! Was you, Mr. Soseki Natsume, I'm going to take the nearest frying pan and hit you with it!
It's a final act of Sherlock Holmes' great deduction.
All I heard from Dan was just a and just like sound like a duck.
Ryunosuke trademark.
Ryunosuke.gov.
Like I said, if you thought this one was kind of weird, they get really crazy as they
I
get
still
going
like
on.
the bank robbery deduction.
Trust
That's
me,
true.
the ones in this game are way more insane than the ones in the first game.
Should have called Bruce Rivers the criminal lawyer. Because he would have told you not to self-snitch like that.
Ooh. Anyways.
Found yourself accidentally killing a sham. Better call Saul.
He's not alive at this point, sorry.
Better call
Paul.
Saw Goodsworth.
Better call Paul.
Better call Paul. Paul Broodman.
Are you gonna let this man grit his teeth and sweat?
Yeah, I've been gritting my teeth for a while. Are you gonna advance my dialogue or what?
No.
I didn't hear a thing.
I was grunting, but y'all were talking. Therefore, I was grunting while y'all were talking.
Do it again.
Ergo. No. Okay.
No.
Not again. Not again. Not again.
Not again.
Not again! I can't scream. I live with other people.
Well done.
Can one of you scream for me? I can't scream.
Yeah,
I fear you're gonna have to accompany me
Thanks,
down
Megan.
to the yard. Again.
What? Wait! But hold your horses! Door, key, locked, entry, exit, entirely impossible! And go.
He's so flustered, he's being even stranger than normal.
Stranger Things?
What? You think that's an alibi? Give this man a copy.
Copy of what?
What?
Lock?
A broken
The
lock?
key.
You
Oh.
live in the same building after all. You'd have plenty of opportunity, I'm sure.
But... Misery me!
Sorry, sir. I'll get your chance to give your side of the story later. In court.
Speak for themselves, Mr. Mustache.
You horrible hair-locked Jones.
He really has found himself an arch rival now, hasn't he?
Man, these ships are
Why are you blaming me?
Anyways,
It's
come on
his
now.
fault.
Don't dilly-dally. Outside. There's a carriage waiting.
I swear, Sholmes. Locum student, Mr. Naruto Esquire. Please, I never imagined I'd be in this position again, but... You have to help me, please, please! I'm innocent, I tell you. Me and my mustache are both innocent.
Alright, I understand. We'll come to your cell later and talk about it.
And one more thing.
Oh? Yes?
My poor little kitty cat. Please, give him his breakfast for me.
No.
I beg.
And so, his evil curse still apparently unbroken, Soseki-san found himself once again the prime suspect in a case of murder.
What?
Thanks to the incriminating deduction of the great detective...
Thanks to the incriminating deduction of you, Mr. Naruhodo.
Wow!
That honor belongs to you.
Wow! I am going to... We're gonna discuss this later back in the room, and I'm gonna flip you over like Susanoo-san does to me!
I mean, he's
not
got a
wrong.
point.
He did say suicide, and then you pointed right at that man. So, yes, it is your fault.
I mean, he's got a point.
It's your fault, Mr. Naruhodo. Now bail me out.
What? Why is this dead on me? He started it!
And you finished it.
And you finished it.
Well, okay, that's fair, but I didn't think it would end up like that. Come on!
That's just it, Mr. Naruhodo. You didn't think. You never do.
In other words, Mr. Naruhodo, you're guilty.
Ooh, come back. Attorney tax.
Mr. Naruhodo, are you okay? You don't look okay. You really look like you're about to kill someone.
Where's the nearest gun?
Susanoo. Leave now if you want to still breathe.
Yeah. Let it be known that he still has the sword.
Yeah. Yeah, I do
He's a
still have
very
sword.
dangerous man if he was.
I wish I had a swing sound effect.
I do have a swing effect on my voice mod.
Good work.
Can't use
you pulling
Voicemod
out your
now.
sword very slowly and menacingly. Oh god.
Ooh.
Put the sword down!
Naruhodo-san, just put the sword down. It's okay. It's okay. Just put it down. Look, we'll be able to free Soseki-san later. Remember, this is a flashback. We'll be fine. What? Just trust me. It'll be fine. It's okay. Fine. The second I have a certain voice in my head that tells me to go, I'm going. Anyways, at least that means Inspector Gregson is no longer here. We can examine the crime scene in more detail now. Yes, that's right. Ah, and of course. What? Have you forgotten what the inspector mentioned before? It was the landlord, Mr. Garadeb, who discovered Mr. Shamspear. Ah, Mr. John Garadeb, yes. I expect we could find him sitting in his sitting room on top of the floor. Wow, okay, I'm gonna do that
On
again.
the top floor.
I expect we could find him in his sitting room on the top floor as usual. Right. We must remember to go and talk to him later then.
We can find him. We can find him in his room sitting on the top of the floor.
Yeah, on the top of the floor. He's no clipping.
You mean the ceiling? No, top floor. What?
So, like, above the room that you're at. No, top of the floor. You don't understand.
No touching my crime scene. Oh, wait.
Listen, I can't explain it any better. He's on the top floor.
He's on the top of the floor. What's this? It looks like part of an envelope, I think. Yes, I think you may be right. Perhaps it was torn off when the letter was opened. Is that significant?
Yes.
Well, it's a little out of place, perhaps, when you look around the room. There's no sign of a letter, or the rest of the envelope, in fact, is there? Ah,
She's right.
and yet,
Oh shit,
here
she's
we have
right.
the torn-off end of an envelope. It just strikes me as unusual. I agree.
Better take this just in case.
The torn-off end of envelope has been entered into the court record.
And
Oh, the poor man. So young to die. Do you suppose it was a very painful death, being poisoned as he was? I don't know. All we can do now is hope that he'll be reborn to a better life. Yes, I suppose you're right. I wonder. Do you think that putting our hands together in a Japanese prayer will help a British soul? Sorry, what?
yeah, you
I
heard me.
made sure I had a reference at the ready for just such an occasion as this, actually. This book's entitled The Beginner's Guide to Praying for the Departed, the British Way. What?
I thought she was going to say, this book is titled The Guinness Book of World Records. I thought that's what she was going to say. I was like, wait, what?
This book is titled The Guinness Book of World Records. Basically, how fast we can pray for his soul to be the departed.
I'm aiming for 5 seconds.
The world record is 10 seconds, but we can probably do it in 5. I'll just reread it now. One moment. There's quite a spine on that book, isn't there? Ah, one of the teacups that Mr. Shamspear and his guests drank from last night. But don't go drinking from them, Mr. Naruhodo. There's bitter poison inside. I'm not planning on drinking any, don't worry. I mean, not yet. But anyway, the cups are both empty. That's true, I'm gonna ignore that first part you said. So one was Mr. Shamspear's, and the other must be the cup that Mr. Natsume was drinking from.
But Soseki-san wasn't poisoned, of course.
Perhaps we should take these so we can examine them in more detail later. The pair of teacups have been entered to the court record. And here we have another disproportionately large machine. This looks like a meter of some kind. Ah, this is a gas meter, I think. Oh, because we need those. It seems that in this district, residents pay for gas as they use it with coins. I see. Yes, now you've pointed it out. I can see that there's a slot just here that looks like it would take a coin. So you mean, if you put a coin in here... That's right. That would buy you about 2 hours of gas for lights and heating. So, if you were a poor person with no money, you'd have to sleep in the freezing cold?
Yeah.
Yes. Or if you were a scatterbrain with no change because you forgot to exchange your money in the bank. Thank goodness there's no meter in our office. Mr. Holmes is actually pretty nice, you know, when he's not taking all my credit.
That's actually weird. You need money to put gas in the thing. Like a vending machine.
That is kind of weird. I mean, wait, you can actually also, like, cheat the system. Just tie a string with the coin and then just in and out. Easy.
That's probably why they stopped doing it.
You're thinking too far ahead. You're thinking too far ahead. Stop.
They haven't invented string yet. Calm down.
Oh, sorry. Wait, they haven't? Look at the background. Oh, okay. No, okay, string has not been invented. Alright, string has not been invented. Alright, got it. This is some sort of makeshift stage, I think, isn't it? Where does the audience sit, though? For the nightly Shakespeare performances. Actors aspiring to the great stage must practice their art, Miss Naruhodo, with or without an audience. In fact, on a related note, perhaps you should set up a mock bench for the defense in your office. What? Then you could practice your art every single day. I'll think about it. If you promise to don a beard and play the role of the judge. Well, if that would help you achieve your goal. This I have to see. She's an idiot.
I think it'd be more entertaining if she tried to dress up as Barrack.
Alright, I think that's it for this room. That is not the move button. Oh.
A new location has been added.
Funnily enough, for April Fools, Solia did voice Fanzeeks.
And I wasn't here.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
You know what? I'm going home.
My late feedback.
Wait, that's an actual... 21st February Holmes is sweet. Oh, okay, there we go.
I'm charging back.
Oh, but you can go. You can go and argue over the shuffle. Actually, no, you can't.
Well, I can't believe we're not allowed to go in our office, but I'm allowed to just lay on my couch. Yeah. While he's not here, I get to enjoy the couch all to myself.
How I feel on the weekends while my master is working. Ah, yes, the house is...
Okay, we're gonna go. We'll do Garadeb first. 21st February, the Garadeb's room.
Here we are again. The eccentric landlord's eccentric top floor abode. It's on the top of the floor.
We're here because Mr. Garadeb's the one who discovered the incident this morning, don't forget. Hello.
Ah, you chaps, eh?
Yes, good morning, sir.
Thank you for your cooperation in court yesterday.
Quite a trial.
Oh my god, he's floating.
As much for Mr. Garadeb as anyone, really.
I came straight back here after all that business at the ballet yesterday. Didn't expect to wake up to more bally nonsense this morning.
I wonder if you wouldn't mind telling us exactly what happened, Mr. Garadeb.
Yes, I suppose you'd like to know all about the dead loss of an actor chap in the ground floor room.
Those were exactly Inspector Gregson's words, weren't they? I guess I don't remember.
I just remembered. I just remembered you all just flipping out about Garadeb using his pipe to stir the tea. I still don't get why that was the one you lost your minds at.
I was cool with it.
Tastes
Mega.
good. What do you want?
Mega
It
was
adds
the one who
flavor.
did it, but we're probably used to it.
The bag.
Or he's
Adds
used to it.
flavor.
There's not even anything in there.
It must have been a real shock for you this morning. I hear that you discovered what had happened.
That hopeless actor chap rises at 5 o'clock sharp every morning without fail. But at 5:30 this morning, he still hadn't lit the gas. So I went down and knocked on his door, but no bally answer.
And that's when you broke into his room by kicking down the door? That'd be fun.
Well, I called on that rum-looking Japanese chap to do the grunt work, of course.
Wasn't it a little premature to kick the door down? The man could have just overslept by half an hour. That's very true, Mr. Naruhodo. If 30 minutes oversleeping warranted such behavior, I'd have to kick your door down every morning. I don't even have a door, I have a couch.
You know, better to be safe than sorry and all that.
Is it just me, or is he avoiding our gaze now all of a sudden?
I didn't kill him. I didn't.
Except that it was a very sorry situation indeed you found on the far side of the door. You know, I just realized there's no beds in the room.
I sleep in the cannon.
Oh, okay. The victim's name is Mr. Shakespeare, I believe. Is that right?
Yes, William Shakespeare. Took the ground floor room 3 months ago.
And how would you describe him?
I hate him.
All right.
In a word, destitute.
Destitute?
No, destitute. Very different.
Uh-oh.
Well, let's face it. The only redeeming feature of that room is the cheap rent. He's lucky to be paying $5,000 a month. Anyone wanting to live in a place like that is either broke or has a body screwed loose.
So hard to choose which category Soseki-san will fall into.
Mr. Naruhodo, that's a little rude.
Yeah, that's pretty rude.
Why are you reading my mind? What?
He was doing research as well.
Research? Into what?
Oh no, Roswell. I don't even know what that is. Shakespeare, of course, Shakespeare! Duh! Had a few plays of the old bard myself, you know, Romeo and Hamlet and all that.
Yes, William Shakespeare is England's most highly regarded classical playwright and author.
Lord Yawn.
He's known as Sao in Japanese, as you know, and many of his works have already been translated. It seems incredible that Shakespeare was shortened to Sao, though. Someone was too heavy-handed there.
There were a lot of costumes in the victim's room, actually, weren't there?
Of course, Mr. Natsume is a scholar of English literature as well. I imagine he and Mr. Shakespeare would have had much in common.
What a sham.
Shakespeare interpretation disagreement leads to shocking murder. Hope it's not that.
Mr. Naruhodo! Really? How rude! What?
Rude.
Anyways, after Miss Natsume's trial yesterday, you came straight back here, I believe, didn't you? Do you notice anything strange between them then and this morning?
Well now, must have been about 6 in the evening by the time I got home. Snow was coming down rather heavily, as I remember, and it was completely dark already. That failed actor chap was out at the time.
So Garadev noticed there was no light from his room or something.
Couldn't summon the energy for anything much, so I just sat in front of the fire up here. It was after 8 before Shakespeare got back. The chap was up until past 1 in the morning, I'll have you know. Slipped over my words on this, Roy. Suppose he met his end sometime after that. I was asleep by then, so I'm rather in the dark there.
Well, thank you. That was very illuminating. Is everything all right, Mr. Sato?
No.
Well, I was just thinking it's a little strange, that's all.
It's
Mr.
not strange.
Garadev, You were up here in your room all evening, if I've understood correctly.
Not a big fan of stairs, not with this blasted leg.
Wait, then why are you standing? Well, anyways, then how is it that you seem to know the precise movements of your tenant on the ground floor, I mean? That's a very good point. I can't imagine that you could hear noises from the ground floor all the way up here.
Does this old man like to spy on his tenants? Is that it?
I say, I know what you're thinking. It's a bally outrage. I'm ex-military, don't you know? I don't go around spying on me tenants, why would I?
Well, your accent completely changed.
Don't question it.
How did you know Mr. Garradeb? Then how did you know Mr. Garradeb?
It's the gas, woman. The gas. It tells me everything.
The gas?
Speaking gas?
What on earth do you mean, sir? How can the gas tell you everything? Let alone anything, let alone everything. I am good at reading.
I can tell. Well, as you're probably aware, the gas is supplied to the building by pipes.
Yes, I more or less worked that out. Every room in the building is connected by a single pipe to the gas main outside. And the gas company supplies gas to and the gas company supplies gas to properties via the main. Yes, I understand that too.
Yes.
Sure.
Let me see if I can explain. Let's say I was to light the gas lamps up here. What do you suppose would happen?
Well, okay. Well, obviously the room would get brighter.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I boring you,
No,
lawyer?
I'm sorry.
Is my story just not riveting enough
No,
for you?
it's
Well,
not that,
I'm
Mr.
sorry if my testimony isn't exciting.
No, Mr. Garrett, I'm sorry. I just barely had anything to eat, and I have low energy, so I'm trying to finish this soup.
I understand. Exactly, but at the same time, the lights in all the other rooms of the house would dim for a moment.
What? They dim? Why?
I don't know.
Perhaps it's because when you light a gas lamp, it briefly uses more gas than usual. And that reduces the amount of gas in the pipe for the other lamps that are connected to it. That might explain why the other lamps dim momentarily, mightn't it? Yes, of course. Because everything's connected to a single supply pipe. Is that supposed to happen, though? It sounds rather undesirable.
Jolly good point. Fact is, the gas company's pipes in these parts are... they're pretty hopeless. Long worn out. I barely got any gas in them to start with. Opposite's also true, of course. Extinguished lamps up here, and they glow brighter than the rest of the house.
Ah, right, I see.
Yes.
So by watching the flickering of the lamps in one room, you could determine what's happening elsewhere.
You've got it.
Somehow.
Somehow.
Oh, of course. Because when people come back home in the evening, and before they go to sleep at night, what they're guaranteed to do is either light or put out their lamps and fires. Clever.
In point of fact, the room on the ground floor and the one above it use slightly different amounts of gas. By watching the lights in here closely, I can work out almost exactly what's going on in the whole house.
Gosh, that's fascinating, Mr. Garradeb. Absolutely fascinating. I am super out.
Well, nothing to it really.
And I can't really see that it's going to help us with the case either.
What I'd like to know is why Mr. Garradeb is so interested in what his tenants are up to in the first place. Like, there's more to it than idle curiously.
Idle curiosity.
Yo, shout out to Joshua with his want to become famous to buy followers and everything.
Oh my
Oh,
no,
gosh,
we got
there's
a bot
two!
raid.
Wait, there's two!
Oh.
Yo!
How do I ban? Oh wait, I don't have that power.
What does that crown mean? Prime Gaming?
Prime. It means they're Prime. It means they have Amazon Prime.
Oh, I
which
guess they're
probably
hacked.
means that account was hijacked. Yeah.
Probably.
Man, I
Probably.
can't believe it, guys. Anyways, don't... Yeah, leave us Prime gamers alone. Anyways, Yeah, I pressed the wrong button. I'm good at that. But, gonna ban them. Because I have mod powers.
Yo.
Yeah, imagine having Prime. SMH.
SMH.
Alright, sorry about that. Yep, don't click on links, everybody. Don't do that. They're fake. They're not real. They're fiction.
It's not real. It didn't happen. We made it up.
It's wrong.
It's false. It's wrong. We made it up. This was a fairy tale.
21st February, Briar Road. Nothing. Alright.
Just
Good
like
job.
my life.
Good job.
Empty.
Good job.
Except for my chick.
Whoa, 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 9.
What?
Go back. Look at that bike. Man, how he drive like that?
There always seems to be a bicycle outside the Garadeb residence. I read that bicycles are extremely popular all over Great Britain at the moment, in fact.
That one seems very warped, though. Especially the front wheel.
Yo, his wheel wrong.
Was that to make it more of a challenge to ride, do you think?
No, I'm afraid that may be a result of the rider's incompetence. For
Ooh.
the front wheel to be so badly warped, I'm afraid the rider may have been similarly affected.
Then there's a good chance Mr. Natsume has been practicing on this bicycle, I think.
Hey.
Oh dear. I fear you may be right.
That bike be
Check.
wonky.
Real quick. Go back. Check just outside that window there.
Yeah, what is that?
With the exception of the top floor where Mr. and Mrs. Garadeb live, all the windows are bricked up.
Yes, that's because of an old window tax that was charged on the number of windows a property had. In order to pay less tax, the poor members of society filled in many of their windows.
But the tax has since been abolished, hasn't it? So the windows could all be opened up again, surely.
Unfortunately, it would appear that the residents of this district can't afford to pay to have the work done.
Yes.
Why
That's a sad state of affairs.
Especially for people like poor Mr. Natsume, who have to live all cooped up in a windowless room.
I suppose that's the price you pay for living in a very cheap accommodation.
It all seems rather pointless when you put it like that.
No, they don't address it. Okay.
Nope.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Prison!
Yeah, 9.
21st February, local prison, cell 9. Oh,
I
Oh,
think
that's
this
good.
means
Enough
you still have stuff to do in Shamspear's suite.
Shame.
okay, I'm not gonna lie. This thing right here with the rope, that scared me. I
Hi.
thought that was a person.
Hi, it's me. I killed him. It was me.
Look at these extravagant bright costumes. Somehow they look out of place in this room, with its grim shady going-ons.
Goings
This one
on.
looks like a king's attire.
A king? Always dreamt of being a king.
Oh, I think you'd be more suited to a feudal lord.
No, I can do this, I can do this.
To a feudal lord, a daimyo or such like.
Yay, I get the applause.
Oh, here's the next challenge.
With a Chon Mage top knot? No, that's
Chonmage.
Chon Mage, okay.
Chon Mage.
UA is always waiting just to.
With a Chon oh, what was it? Chon Mage?
Chonmage.
Chon Mage, okay.
Chon.
Chon.
Oh, it's the
Okay.
pronunciation alarm. It's the
UA, you
pronunciation
gotta
alarm.
be a bit lenient here with the
No,
pronunciation.
I asked. With a Chon Mage top knot. Every Japanese man wishes he had a Chon Mage.
Oh, you look wonderful with one, and you already have a sword.
Can you imagine what would happen if I walked around the streets of London with a Chon Mage and a sword? They would want to kill me, probably. How weird I look.
I'm surprised no one wants to kill him, considering he's already walks around with a sword.
That's true.
That's precisely why.
There's not much of these shelves, is there? Just this wine glass and a bottle. And both of them are cracked.
Yes, not much use, are they? What's the matter?
Oh, I was just reminded of the rebirth, that's all.
Prosecutor Lord Van Zeeks?
Yes, he's so reckless with his wine glasses. I was thinking it's a waste that he should donate some to the needy.
Like me.
You can suggest it next time we meet. You could be the one to do
To be
it.
fair, he already does when he decides to hurl one into the gallery.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, Susanoo-san, like, he already does donate. It's just he flings it back, and if the lucky person catches it, bam, they have wine. This is a gas wall light, isn't it? It must be connected to a gas pipe in the wall.
Gas lights, a gas stove. London really is a city of gas.
London gives me gas.
But now that I think about it, Mr. and Mrs. Garadeb had an open fire on the top floor, didn't they?
Oh yes,
Why,
you're right. I don't recall seeing a gas stove up there.
I thought that said either, so I was about to say either, but I'm like, nope, there is no.
Up
I'm
there.
gonna stop, and it's gonna sound off. Well, I much prefer. Oh my, I much prefer a real fire anyway. It's so much cozier.
Here's a hint. Do you remember? Oh wait, actually, window first.
As we've seen from the outside, the window is completely bricked up. A vestige of the former window tax that Britons had to pay.
Strange things they used to tax in Great Britain. I mean, making people pay for the number of windows they had in a property? It's extraordinary.
It's heartbreaking to think of the poor having to block up their windows just to avoid an unaffordable tax. Oh!
What is it, Mr. Sato?
If you look closely, a number of the bricks are loose.
Oh, it's this. Oh yes. It looks as though an amateur has broken out a few of them.
He's
just here.
smuggling soap.
Was it
Good
Mr.
lord,
Shamsby
smoke
who did
smuggling
it?
business. It's booming.
Was it Mr. Shamsby who did it, I wonder? Being the lodger renting this room.
Ah, look at this, Miss Naruhodo. On the outside, there's a little ledge, and there's something on it.
What? Outside?
What? You
Which
what,
I have
mate?
to go back outside. No, I don't.
It's so cold outside. You can feel it through this gap.
It did snow all last. It did snow all.
All last night, like all of.
Oh,
All
Yeah.
of last night.
it did snow all last night. It would be cold. But more importantly, what is it on the ledge out there? What are those snow-covered lumps?
It's more bars of soap.
Soap? What are bars of soap doing lined up on a ledge outside the window?
I have no idea. But the pair of them look rather charming like that.
Still, very strange, isn't it? Bars of soap lined up outside the window? I think perhaps we should take one. There are two after all.
Oh dear. I suppose we could. Oh, what's this? Look here at the soap.
Ah,
You see? In the middle there. There's a patch that's a different color. It's sort of transparent, but
some sort of fancy design, I suppose. Only in Great Britain.
it looks like a Hinamaru flag of Japan, doesn't it?
Hinomaru.
Hinamaru flag of Japan, doesn't it? Oh, wonderful. It's probably a very expensive brand.
Expensive. Then what's it doing in this ramshackle old room?
Bar of
Yue
soap
is a
issued.
wild animal when it comes to grammar or pronunciations. He will pounce whenever he sees an opportunity to correct someone.
He's a
Rexy.
grammar.
What? That ain't me. Shut up. Anyways, looks like you're having a good snoop around, eh?
Inspector Gregson, but back so soon?
Brought by stormtroopers.
After I threw a little Japanese fella in the clink, I went and reported this to the investigation division. Also, you're all under arrest.
What did
In
I
5
do?
minutes time, this place will be cordoned by the yard. Also, you're all under arrest.
Why? What did I do?
You touched my scene.
I'm a lawyer.
Didn't I give you the whole "Oi, don't touch my scene, crime scene" shtick?
Well, okay, you know what? I see. Well, we'd better be leaving then. Bye.
No, you're under arrest.
Oh, Mr. Natsume must be feeling very low, being back in a cell again so soon.
I'm sure. I am no. I hate this. I hate all of this. I hate it. No. I hate this. No.
Muggling
I
chaps.
saw-
There's something
I-
afoot right now.
I saw that fork drop at the corner of my eye, and I'm like, wait, did he what? And then he just rised up.
He came through the window.
Oh,
Through a sound of
jeez,
aggression.
no.
What the hell? Oh my god! There's a zombie!
I'm gonna turn on.
Shoot him, lads!
Anyways,
I'm gonna turn on the light.
I think you should proceed the dialogue and just watch this.
Quick, kill him.
I knew it was too important to just die.
No, he's
Oh,
dead.
okay. I'm sure we should probably go. What's wrong, Miss Naruhodo? The dead body moved. Hello.
Out, breathe candle! Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player! That struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more!
Oh, Gregson, I thought he was dead.
Hey, Gregson, who murdered him?
Now, how soundeth the next part?
So, Gregson.
It's a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Indeed! Oh, happy day! Ah,
There he
Walking Dead?
So I take it he's not dead.
There! The fellow isn't dead at all!
What was that nonsense he was saying, though?
Let me look at my nonsense
I
book.
think. Yes, it was from William Shakespeare's Macbeth.
Really? Hold on. No, stop. I have to look.
Source, dude, trust me.
Out, brief candle. Lights but a walking shower. Poor players. That's hour upon the station.
You know, that does sound like Meganaunt.
Yeah, sure. That's Macbeth. Yeah.
A soliloquy.
I read it.
A soliloquy from Act 5, Scene 5.
Just a prank, bro.
You.
Act 5, really?
I don't like the prank. I don't like the prank, bro.
Just a prank, bro.
I don't like the prank, bro. Wait, Megan, was that you or UA?
That wasn't me.
Okay, UA then. Thank you.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Shakespeare. So it was that the victim, Mr. William Shakespeare, came back to life. If the man had indeed been poisoned, it transpired that it hadn't killed him. Wait, is this Romeo and Juliet? I'm going to cry if it is. Nah, not happy tears. Just pain and suffering, because Romeo and Juliet is a terrible book. Don't read it. He was taken by emergency carriage to a nearby hospital for a treatment. Okay,
Book?
play. Okay, a play, I'm sorry.
book?
Alright, play, I'm sorry. Inspector Gregson evicted us from the scene of the crime. Whatever that now was.
Get out.
You've committed the crime of
Oh,
bad
hello.
taste.
21st
oh, yeah.
February, Briar Road.
Oh,
UA,
I
do
see
you
some
still
show.
want me to be
Yes.
yeah? Alright. I'll try my best. Go on.
Susato.
Soup.
Soup?
Soup.
Sato.
Soup
Nine,
Sato.
no, don't drink. No, don't drink the soap.
Soup Sato.
Don't drink the soap.
I drank the soap.
Nine.
Whatever do you think will happen now? Good question. That is a very good question. Strange situation with Mr. Natsume. Arrested for murder, but then the victim comes back to life. I think perhaps the victim was never dead in the first place. It seems very likely that Mr. Shapespeare did consume poison as we deduced. But was it an accident, attempt suicide? Or attempted murder? Until the truth can be established, I imagine the police will keep Mr. Natsume in custody. I suppose so. Let's hope it doesn't come to anything more than a night in the cells. Oh, what's this?
What's the
that
peeping
man doing
Tom?
over there?
What's this soap?
Looks like he's trying to see into Soseki-san's lodgings.
Soap.
Something wrong, Mr. Naruhodo? Excuse me. Could we have a word?
I'm out of here.
Wait, is he a raccoon? Did he have a raccoon tail? What was that?
We'll see.
I don't know.
Is he
Fun fact, liquid soap was invented in 1865 by William Shepard.
William Shepherdman?
Oh. Is he inventing liquid soap?
Yeah. By eating it. I
He
need a
eats
taste
it
test
and then
of
spits
soap.
it out. Like, oh, perfect. He just ran off. Ran off, yes. I feel sure that I've seen that man somewhere before. Where was it? I do too, but I don't remember. Well, we've done as much investigating here as we can, I think.
Italy.
Perhaps we ought to go to the prison and speak with Mr. Natsume again? A good idea!
Boy, get out the street.
We're going!
Yeah.
Oh, poor guy. 21st February,
years
local
I lie
prison,
here.
cell 9.
For years I have sat here, alone, in my abode.
Do I have sad music? I do not.
Shut up. You're ruining my sad moment.
Look, Miss Naruhodo. Mr. Natsume, have the police finished questioning you now?
Locum student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire!
Oh, yes?
What is he? Tell me, is he a ghost? Is he here to haunt me?
Let me guess. You're talking about Mr. Holmes?
No, the body.
He actually calls himself a great detective, Miss Natsume, not a ghost.
But his diabolic deductions, they're not of this world. They've left me. Oh god, I'm gonna faint.
That Onoken's dog in the background, by the way.
I'm cursed, I tell you.
No, that... Wait, what?
What?
Is that Onoken's dog in the background?
I don't even think he's
not
here.
even here.
He is not here.
I was making a joke.
Oh, yeah, you know, maybe. He could be trying to invade my house with my dogs. You know.
Hey, UA, jokes are
Maybe I
supposed
should-
to be funny.
Damn.
Wait,
It's meant to
what?
be an inside joke.
Ooh.
Shit.
Jokes are supposed to be funny.
Stop that. It's just a small whittle word.
Well, don't use the little words. Well, that sort of hurts.
Sort of.
Credit where credit is due, Mr. Naruhodo. You are heavily involved in the deduction, too. Yes, moving on. We have some wonderful news.
Oh?
The victim that we all thought was dead has come back to life again! I know, it was a prank. Now, in the absolutely worst case, you could only be tried for attempted murder. That's great, isn't it, Mr. Natsume?
It's terrible!
Oh!
I'm stuck in the cell suffering for some silly wrong end of the stick. You tell me he's not actually dead? You did it, didn't you? Confess, you're a killer. Why the mustache? Constant questions.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, I bet you're sorry. No, it's not the shyster, that sham of a detective. He calls himself a detective. He's nothing but a little... I was about to say a non-family friendly word.
A good thing you did.
Make up your mind. Are you dead or alive? If you were going to come back to life, why bother dying? Fickedly, wishy-washy William.
Very good question. Just, why do you wish I'm dying? Just don't die.
Why'd you die?
Dying is overrated. Why would you do that?
Just
Death
be
is
like,
an inconvenience!
just be like Force users and just have so much will that you just refuse to die.
Well,
I'm not dead, except if I feel like it.
I'll only die when I feel like it, and nothing else. Oh, it's that timing. You know, I feel like dying. See you guys.
Yeah, peace out.
Well.
Oh, it's around that time for my heart to stop. Okay.
Yeah. All right. See you guys. Well, it seems likely that Mr. Shamspeare was never actually dead in the first place.
Yes, that might make sense. And I'm pleased that he's alive, of course. Our lively debate last night was much fun. I'd be sad to think it was our last.
Oh!
Oops.
Mr. Natsume, you kinda done goofed yourself. But does this mean that you did see the victim last night? You met with Mr. Shamspeare, didn't you?
You have trapped yourself. Congratulations.
I'm not saying another word! I demand to have a lawyer present!
Hi, I'm a lawyer. Who do you think I am? Please, Mr. Natsume, we need to hear your side of the story.
Oh, why am I cursed like this?
Just say it.
No.
Just say it.
No.
Can you tell us exactly what happened last night then, Mr. Natsume?
No. There's nothing to tell. But, Mr. Naruto Esquire, I am eternally grateful to you for helping me with that accursed case yesterday.
Great, that's in the past now. Tell me what happened.
No.
The case that saw poor Miss Green hospitalized after she ended up with a knife in her back.
It's hard to believe that was only yesterday.
After the trial was over, I trudged my weary way back to my lowly lodgings. And that evening, at 9:30 it must have been, I visited Mr. Shamspeare.
So, you did go to the victim's room then?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
As we feared.
I didn't do anything wrong. I'd never been to his room before. It was the first time.
Then, what made you decide to go?
I bumped into him when I arrived back at the house. We got to chatting and it developed into a discussion, as you do, of course. But he had to go out, so I bade him farewell.
That ties in with what Mr. Garadeb said, that the victim went out and came back after 8.
We met again later that evening at around 9 or just after, when I took him some nice tea I'd brewed as a gift.
So it was you who bought that tea that had clearly been drunk at the scene then?
And I suppose you were discussing the works of Shakespeare, were you?
Yes, that's right. That's exactly right. Romeo and Juliet, who was the stronger? It was a delightful debate.
Who's stronger?
Juliet.
Wrong.
I mean, look, both are dumb. Both are stupid. But if I had to pick between the two, Juliet.
Wow.
As stronger?
I mean, they're both highly unintelligent, but...
Look,
Like, if we're talking DBZ levels, like my power level, Romeo's power level.
Oh, okay, if we're talking about, like, strength alone, then Romeo. Romeo would win in strength. However, when I don't know, just something else.
I don't know, Romeo was kind of a wimp.
Of course they'd both be idiots. At least Juliet was like 14.
Yeah, like, she had the guts to drink poison at least. Like, that alone makes you her strong. Was it stupid? Yes, it was stupid, but she still did it. But geez, like, Romeo and Juliet, I know you're gonna be forced in school to read it, but dread it.
You want to know
I
who else
already read
would
it.
drunk poison in a bunker? Exactly. Not
Me.
exactly smart, is
Yeah,
it?
I did.
I'm sure.
Such a stimulating subject, Shakespeare!
Sure.
Shakespeare.
And the debate became very heated, so you slipped poison into Mr. Shakespeare's tea that I will dare
No,
even suggest.
never! Not at all. Team Juliet won. That was me. And when I left his room, the flamboyant fellow was fighting fit. I swear it categorically.
Fighting.
There's a lot more caps lock in this game.
Mr. Natsume, you often say the same thing about yourself. I've noticed that you have a cursed existence.
I'm sure I've mentioned this to you before, but I've been here in Great Britain for a year now. And in that time, I've learned that it's no place for a chap such as I.
It can be very trying to live in a foreign land and adapt to the ways of another culture.
There are foreigners everywhere I look, and they all stare at me. They all laugh. That's the impression I get whenever I go out. It makes me scared to leave my room,
Christopher Walken?
which is why I've become a recluse. But even in my room, I find no respite from my fears. I've moved more times than I can remember, and then, 1 week ago, I moved into Briar Road.
But why? I mean, why did you choose that place? It doesn't seem very comfortable.
Because the rent is cheap. I have so little money it spoke to me. Surely a man such as you can understand that.
Well,
No.
yeah.
The rent?
Obviously, there's a reason why it's cheap. Because the room is cursed, I tell you.
Cursed? Cursed how?
The previous occupant, the man who lived there before I took the room, he died there.
Oh no!
He was only a young man, but one morning he was found dead, and no one could explain why.
Surely no one would want to live in a room with a history like that.
I didn't. When the letting agent recommended the place, I wavered. But I want books, and books cost money. A horrible history is a small price to pay. When I realized it would mean I could buy more books, I signed the lease like lightning.
Right? Or blinkered.
But after I moved in, I soon came to realize what I'd done. I realized how horrible that room's history really was.
Gosh, was it really so awful? How did the room's How did the room's horrible history affect you, Mr. Natsume? What happened?
At first, it was just a feeling. The feeling of beady eyes boring into my back, watching me.
You think that might just have been your mind playing tricks on you?
No. My mind doesn't know any such tricks, my good boy. It was someone else. It's been one long nightmare ever since I was given the keys to the place.
A nightmare? Okay. A nightmare? You've been having bad dreams, you mean?
You mock me. You mock me with your yawn. All the souls who died in that room, I lean over me in my sleep and try to strangle me.
I promise to be quiet and finish my soup.
You're mocking me. You're mocking me. aren't
What
you? You're
kind
eating
of soup is on the menu?
Lentil soup.
I'm regaling you with my horrible
Are you just trying to be
tragedy.
fancy?
No.
I'm giving you my tragic history and how I got to that room when you're eating soup.
Yeah.
I'm telling you about my woes and you're eating soup.
Mm-hmm. Right, I'm listening very closely. But anyways, yeah.
Okay, what did I just say?
Well, you said how you have nightmares, and like apparently this lease and like some guy died there, but you wanted to take it because it's cheap. It's very cheap, so you could get books and you could read books. But it's a cursed existence and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So
Why is it cursed?
No, you're not allowed to cheat.
well, why is it cursed? Well, because apparently the person that owned the bridge before died there.
How'd he die there?
How did they die there? I don't know. You never said. They just died there.
Trick question.
Yeah.
Trick question.
Objection,
You
hearsay.
passed. You passed. Alright, carry on.
All right. Now,
You can carry on.
now, even though that really is horrible, do you want some of my lentil soup? Maybe that might help you feel
No.
better.
No one wants your
maybe.
soup.
Maybe. Just a sip.
Here you go. Here.
Oh, it's lovely. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now then, may continue.
And now I come to think of it, it happened again last night too. The very same night that Mr. Shamspeare was writhing in agony from the poison in his body. I was on the verge of being suffocated silently by those miserable spirits in my room.
You simply must move out of that room as soon as possible.
Yes, you're right. I know it. And that is why. I'm already searching for the next room with a history to call home.
I think perhaps you should try to avoid accommodation with any kind of history at all. Otherwise, I'm scared that you yourself may become history.
Oh. Don knows how to make the man listen.
I'm not listening.
quite
What
funny.
kind of I'm
He technically-
terrified.
He technically did find a new home, albeit temporary.
Of course. Mr. Lord of the Manor is worried about the curse on my room as well.
You mean Mr. Garadab?
Yes, he knows that if people keep dying there, he'll never be able to rent it out again.
Well, that's true. I, for one, wouldn't go near the place.
Ah, perhaps. That may explain why the landlord pays so much attention to the gas lamps and his tenants' movements.
You mean because he's worried about their well-being? He does seem to have an unusually keen interest in the amount of gas in the pipes. There must be a reason why he keeps such close tabs on the occupants of his let rooms.
What do you mean? He pays so much attention to the gas lamps.
Oh dear! No, it's nothing to do with you, Mr. Natsume. Please forget I said anything.
Well, now I want to know more. Oh, now you're talking about me behind my back as well.
No! What's important is that Mr. Shamspeare isn't in fact dead at all. Once he's come around and he's able to tell us what happened, we'll be able to get you released.
Please. Oh, I do hope you're right.
And before he's like, oh yes, that guy tried to murder me. Who dis?
Who?
Excuse me. Oh, it's him.
Inspector Gregson. Why are you teleporting all around?
Be quiet and leave me alone. Anyways, I couldn't help overhearing what you just said. And on that note, I have some good news and some bad news. What do you want?
Oh,
What do you want first? I already asked, so I have to ask again.
always, every time, the bad news comes first. When hope is all you have, hold on to it. That is my guiding principle. That is the Soseki way.
Right, well, in that case, the good news it is.
Huh?
Sorry, but it is a lot easier to explain everything that way.
Then why did you ask me my preference?
We do a little troll. Anyways, as you might have heard, the victim, Mr. Shamspeare, was just unconscious. He's come around now. Too bad he just died again.
Yes, well, that is a good and bad news. But yes, we saw it happen in all its terrifying glory.
He's still being treated by the doctors. We've managed to get a written statement from him already, even though he's still being treated by the doctors.
Oh, isn't that wonderful, Mr. Natsume?
Oh, thank goodness. It's all over then. I can leave this somber cell to the world outside.
I don't think so, Mr. Natsume.
What?
I think that's where the bad news comes in.
No, that's not on the cards.
What?
Why ever not, Inspector?
The bloke has implicated someone as being responsible for what happened last night.
Implicated someone?
Oh dear.
You don't mean...
I'm sorry to say I do, yes. He's pointing the finger at you, Japanese boy. I mean, yeah, whatever your name is. By sweet poison did he seeketh to end my life. I hate reading this stuff. The wicked captive Soseki Natsume.
No!
No!
So I'm afraid you'll be appearing in court as planned.
No!
You'll be wanting to make the necessary preparations.
No! No!
And so, once again, Soseki-san found himself having to take the dock in the Old Bailey. Whether his room was haunted, or whether he was just terribly unlucky, I knew I had no choice. Following day, I would represent him in court, and do my utmost to break the curse that blighted him.
Well, thank you. We
You're
shared
welcome.
soup after all.
Yes, we shared the lentil soup.
To
so
be continued.
we bros. We bros, Soseki-san. We bros.
We shared soap.
Let it be known that Ryunosuke is already thrown into a case. Literally the day after. The day after he gets the same guy off, he's got to defend him again. It's a flashback case as well.
Sounds like
so-
Maya.
I mean, I don't know. Maya didn't have to do back-to-back days of being implicated for a crime.
Not from what we've seen.
Back to back to back.
Anyway, let's keep going a little further since we're a little early.
Wait, we are? What?
Yeah, it's like 9:23, so we could do a little more. 22nd February, 9:23 a.m. The Old Bailey Defendant's Antechamber.
How ironic.
The Old Bailey. Place always makes me feel strange. I seem to get chills down my spine and break out in a nervous sweat at the same time. Well, I didn't think I'd be back here so soon. I think this is Soseki.
That's my line! Good morning!
Ah, good morning, Mr. Natsume.
It was only 2 days ago that I was declared not guilty here.
Who's Soap? Mega.
Soap.
That's Mega. That is Mega.
Soap.
Soap.
What a name.
Thank you.
Chicken soap.
Chicken soap. Yo, guys, what's your favorite flavor of soap?
Chicken soap.
Personally,
I don't
I'm
know
a
what my
big fan of
favorite
rice soap.
flavor of soap is
Orange pumice soap.
Captain John rather Sergeant John McTavish.
I prefer cookie dough.
I prefer mango.
Whoa, hold on here.
You
That
put
is a-
pineapple on your soap?
That is a front to any flavor known to man. Mango, anything is horrible.
Mango is delicious.
You hate mangoes that much.
I hate it that much, yes indeed.
But I like mangoes.
You would hate Smash Brothers then.
Sorry?
One of the top Smash Brothers players competitively is named Mango.
Alright, well then I hate him. You know, and I hate you now, Mega, because your name is so close to Mango.
No, it isn't.
Mega the Mango?
There's no O.
Mango the Mega?
Checkmate atheists.
I'll have you know.
Uh-huh.
I'm just not
It's
gonna.
only 2 days ago that I was declared not guilty here.
No.
Anyway.
Keep talking about the how you hate mangoes. I'm actually almost done with my soup.
Oh my gosh, the Discord
You know what's
audio
better than
system
mangoes,
nearly
though?
died
Watermelon.
because Solia sounded like he just jumped inside of a robot for like 5 seconds.
Not me.
Watermelon.
Scared. I'm help.
I
Not
like
me.
watermelon.
No, it was his Discord kind of dying.
I like.
I really hope that's not me, 'cause that was
Dirty.
kind of what happened. At the beginning.
No. It's on Wudgy's end. His connection, probably.
Kiwis.
Okay,
Anyways,
I finished.
Durians.
Yeah.
Starfruit.
We somehow managed to prove he didn't stab Miss Green in the back.
Now this! Another morning, another murder, and here I am again in this. No, I'm sorry, that's not family friendly.
You can read it.
Here I am again in the cell hole.
If it's there, you can read it.
And it's
It's
there.
a hard.
Can't keep coming to court.
I'm beginning to think he's right. Really does seem as though he's cursed. You know, it was bad timing. I put.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Mr. Naruhodo, I'm afraid I have bad news. Oh, Mr. Natsume, good morning.
Yes, morning.
So, here we are again.
Yes, again. Judicial Assistant, Miss Mikotaba Esquires. Esquires?
I'm guessing
Hey,
Esquires.
Excuse me, pronunciation, please.
Squires.
Thank you. Mikotaba Esquires! What's the bad news?
Aquarius.
Oh dear. Well, first bad news, I have chips. So.
And you're not sharing with me? Oh, the horror!
No.
What
Here,
kind of
you can have some chips. Here you go, potato chips.
Delicious.
Yeah, what kind?
Potato chip, you said.
But otherwise, you heard, did you?
Hold on. The
Okay.
question still stands. What flavor?
Oh, I
If you
don't know.
come in shouting at the top of your voice, people can't help hearing what you say!
Oh, I don't know. Like, I guess, like, I don't know, potato chips. What would a flavor of potato chips be like? I guess plain.
Original? Just.
I guess.
Oh, okay. So like.
It's just
original.
potato, but lightly salted.
Yeah, that.
There are many different flavors for potato chip.
I'll be honest, my mind kind of went to like, okay, what flavors of potato are there? I mean, yes, there's sweet potato, but that's kind of it.
No, I mean like what? Like barbecue, ranch.
Salt and vinegar.
Yeah, like okay,
vinegar,
so the seasonings. All right, yeah.
Terrible human being.
Sugar
Like maybe like
cream.
60% less salted.
Genuinely, if any of you like salt and vinegar chips, please never speak to me again. Anyways,
I don't have salt and pepper chips. Sorry.
vinegar.
Oh, salt and
Vinegar.
Sorry, I don't have it.
With a hard
She's
R.
mine. Get her.
I prefer the classic sour cream and onion.
Same.
I prefer spicy.
I'm a barbecue man.
I like destroying my intestines every chance I get.
Then you would like the flamin' hot.
Yeah, that's what I eat. Flame.
Anyway.
Oh, I'm sorry. You've done nothing wrong, Mr. Sato. Now, what is it? Lord Van Six is dead. You are trolling. He is not.
No, I am not!
Okay, I was just joking. Well, it seems that the prosecution in today's trial.
I've come all the way overseas. Oh no, never mind.
No, never mind.
God, that would be an incredible.
Go back to your backwater country, you samurai.
That's my backwater country you're talking about.
And mine as well!
Anyways, it would be led by Lord Barak Van Zieks. Van Zieks?
Ah! Oh no! Oh no! no. That's just what I need. Another cursed prosecutor. A cursed prosecutor for my cursed existence and my cursed abode with this cursed murder case. Well, attempted murder case now, but you get the point.
The so-called Reaper of the Bailey. The most legendary prosecutor in the land.
God, just step on me, please. Sorry, I had to make the joke. Go on.
In the trial 2 days ago, he pursued Soseki-san and I relentlessly. Of course, by the skin of our teeth, we managed to pull through. Still.
Perhaps Mr. Natsume acquittal in the last trial wasn't the end of the matter after all. Oh, there was a period there. Oh well.
Yes, I know what you're thinking. The legend of the Reaper that says, nothing can save a person in the dark when Lord Van Zeeks is the prosecutor. But honestly, I think we've disproved that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you've proven it. It's on trial again.
Not with that
Literally
attitude.
the day after.
Oh no.
And to be fair, there was still the other one that.
Don't you dare! Susano, we explained this! Shush!
Oh no.
We don't talk about that case.
He perished.
But even if that person is found not guilty, the accused will meet a mysterious end one way or another.
Now we've experienced it firsthand, which we won't talk about. We won't talk about. We won't talk about. We're talking about it.
We will most certainly talk about it.
A man we successfully defended at the most terrifying end after his acquittal, right here in the Old Bailey. Don't
What
say
was
his
his
name.
name?
Don't say
What
his
was his
name.
name?
Don't say. Oh, we're not saying his name.
What was his name?
Do I have to put up with those ice cold eyes boring into my soul yet again? Why
what was
must I
his name?
suffer this humiliation? Cursed by evil spirits, and now by the Reaper. Pair of petrifying perils potentially!
Well, if it's potentially, at least you appear to have hope, Mr. Natsume.
What was his name?
Welcome, student Mr. Nanahodo Esquire.
I'm not saying a thing.
What was his name?
Yes, I'm ignoring the demon in my head that's questioning.
I'm innocent. You have to believe me. You, more than anyone now.
No. I'm kidding, don't worry, don't worry.
Oh,
No.
I guess it was that simple. All right then.
No.
Alright, case closed.
Oh, okay.
No.
Understood. What
The
would we
game.
Alright, I guess I'm getting a new lawyer.
No, the game credits.
The game just crashes when I said no.
The game just alt F4s.
No, I'm kidding, don't worry, man. I'll be your steadfast ally every step of the way in this battle. I promise. Hey, we shared that, mate.
Steadfast ally.
Steadfast, whatever.
No, you said ally.
Steadfast Ely.
Ally.
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 It's a lie.
The cake is not there.
It
mate.
is lie, isn't it?
The cake
It
isn't there,
is
mate.
lie.
It's a lie.
Yo, real talk, Nine. Why don't you just use your mispronunciation as part of the character? Naruhodo's not English, he's Japanese. He's just probably purposely mispronouncing these words. He's like, I don't know.
He mispronounces Japanese as well.
I don't know how to talk. Like, we don't need the pronunciation police
look,
unless it's someone
sometimes-
who's English.
Hey, look, sometimes when people are multilingual, maybe they might mix up their languages at some point. Maybe they mispronounce it.
Exactly. It's fine. Mispronounce everything. Do it. Butcher the English language.
Way is battle. Promise.
Technically, our entire language is a butchering of the original English language. So
Exactly. It's all about butchering everything.
And this promises to be a hard battle life.
Well, the trial is scheduled to begin shortly. We should move into the courtroom.
Let's go.
Oh yes, I forgot to say. I'm afraid he won't be able to make it.
What?
Mr. Holmes, I mean.
That's fine. It's okay. Probably for the best.
Oh?
If he were here, I might be tempted to rely on his help.
just beat him.
And then, no, did I say rely on his help? No, I'm sorry. be tempted to punch him in the face. I'm still mad at him for yesterday, Susato-san. I'm not... He has to apologize to me. In fact, he makes things worse. Like, Susato...
Naruto, you're the one that accused your now client.
Listen, all I said was that
you
Soseki-san...
pointed directly at him and said, you were in this room, you are the culprit.
I didn't say he was the culprit, I just proved that he was in the room.
Wait a minute, that's right. You did get me into this predicament, didn't you?
Soseki-san, all I did was that prove that you were in the room because for some reason you would not admit that. You would not admit that, the fact that you were in the room. I had to prove it. I had to get it out of you.
You just want some easy money, huh? So you're accusing people and then...
That's it. The voice in the sky is correct. You got me in this situation so you could get me out and I'd have to pay you. I don't have money.
Soseki-san, if I wanted you... You didn't pay me for the last one.
If
I wanted you to pay me, I wouldn't be doing this in the first place.
Hashtag Van Zeeks was correct.
Fair enough.
So, understand when I say this, the only thing I proved in that deduction was that you were in the room because you refused to admit that. Everybody else around me took it completely out of proportions, thinking I think you killed him. No, I didn't think you killed him. In fact, there is no murder that happened. He's alive. Why are we here?
Oh, okay, pop off, I guess.
He's getting real defensive. I think he's gonna cry.
Anyways, point is, I'm mad at Mr. Holmes right now. So, that could be seen as a weakness for right now, and if Lord Van Zeeks were to notice, he'd prey on it mercilessly. Absolutely, because I guess Van Zeeks hates me. I think we're at that part of the story. So he just doesn't like me, and he will use every moment he can to just shoot me down. I don't know, because he doesn't like me, because I'm Japanese. I guess. At least, that's my gut feeling. Mr. Naruhodo, could you chill for like 5 minutes? Seriously, calm down.
Stop it. Get some help. You're right. Yes, you're so right.
You're sweating. Relax. Take a deep breath.
Said locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. Well said.
I swear on the sword at my side, and on the spirit of Kazuma that it harbors.
Who's Kazuma?
My best friend.
You have a best friend? That's so nice.
The guard looks to his coworker and says, "Hey mate, those Nipponese folk, they're so strange, are they? It is here for no reason. Blimey. Anyways.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I have a best friend. His name is Kazuma.
That's so nice to have a best friend.
Is he talking to himself about a soul?
We could still be friends. That's fine.
Against you, I'm just saying it's nice and I'm crying. Look at me, I'm crying. You haven't advanced the dialogue yet. I'm still crying.
Okay, I'll show him what a Japanese lawyer could do. I'll set you free with honor. Oh, yes. There. Solved.
Alright, cool. I'm not crying anymore.
22nd February, 9:40 a.m. The Old Bailey courtroom.
Oh my god. I forgot. We got jurors!
Yay!
Mega!
Oh, I'm the judge now. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Onoken's not here, so...
Too bad.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. I now call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed.
The prosecution is ready.
The defense is ready, my lord.
Readiness for the trial, my learned Nipponese friend, is not what the defense needs.
They need
See this, Susato? See this?
God,
This
he's
is why
so
he
cool.
wants to shoot me down like every chance he gets.
They need a little spice.
What you need is readiness for your inevitable defeat.
Bet? Bet? Bet.
No.
Not just my imagination. Really there. Lord Van Zeeks has such an animosity towards us Japanese for some reason. He just hates me.
Interesting foreshadowing.
was some time ago, now that he first became known as the Reaper of the Bailey, I believe. These past few years, he hasn't appeared in court at all. Yet now, he's back in the courtroom. But for some reason...
Why are you expositing about me when you've come across me twice now?
Fancy.
2 days ago.
You see this thing at the bottom? It's called script that I have to read. I know that. The audience probably already knows that, but I have to say it because in case someone decides to play the second game before the first game. I don't know.
I heard you're going off script. I heard going off script.
This Reaper, with his curious disdain for us Japanese, is a prosecutor shrouded in mystery. I wish I had my voice mod so I could talk to my boy Kazuma.
What
He can
happened
make
to
me
your
feel
voice
better.
mod?
He always
She
does.
broke it.
How do you break it?
Excuse me.
Well, I'll show you after the stream. Still, this isn't the time to be pondering that I have to concentrate. I have to concentrate on Soseki-san's trial.
Furthermore, I now call upon the 6 ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
Alright, we got 6 jurors here, so we need to focus.
You have been chosen at random to represent the will of the people in this trial. Are you ready to fulfill your duty?
We need to discuss who's who here.
Basically, everyone here is the same for the last trial.
Okay,
Except a
who
couple.
was? I was gonna say who was who last trial.
Mega is fair play.
Absolutely. I had a feeling this larrikin wasn't innocent before.
So yeah.
Oh, right, this girl.
Nah.
I must say that I feel especially ruthless on days when my hat refuses to sit right.
Sounds like a
Oh, well, I'd rather like how you're wearing your hat. I think the ruthless look is quite very fetching, actually.
New person.
This is the one, Yue.
Yeah, that's
This
the
is-
new one.
I guess
I'm not having you voice her.
I can do it.
If you want.
Do you want to?
Is anyone else
wants
doing
to-
it? I just.
He wants to do. I don't like voice.
Do you want me
Not
to
like-
do it? I can do it.
Do it. I don't.
Okay.
Okay.
I
God.
need to be somewhere at 10 o'clock. I have a very important meeting. Let's make this quick, shall we?
Onoken was this, so Wudgy.
I couldn't agree more. I need to take home 5 bob tonight, or the missus will go through the roof.
It's pretty good.
Oh, may the Lord show us all the light here and lead his flock to a righteous verdict.
The British jury system is so very different to our own, isn't it? It's quite extraordinary to think that the power of judgment is in the hands of 6 members of the public, and that the judge can only pass sentence when all jurors are in agreement about the defendant's guilt.
Okay, Susada, why on earth are we saying this? We know this already.
Well, again, you said it yourself, the game script.
Citizens of London chosen at random.
This is my 3rd
Well,
time
at least that's the
being
idea.
here.
The prosecution would draw attention to the fact that the accused was on trial here but 2 days ago. Accordingly, where possible, the same jurors have been asked to return for duty today.
Very well, let us commence the trial. Lord Vane Zeeks, your opening statement, please.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it is not the intent of the prosecution to cast doubt over your past decision.
What?
However, the innocent verdict according to this eccentric Nipponese before has had dire consequences.
What?
Did the accused repent for his wrongdoing in that affair? Far from it.
But he didn't do anything.
I didn't do anything.
Instead, he used his freedom to perpetrate a most blood-curdling crime.
Oh my gosh, the fact that he didn't even die.
Namely, that of the attempted murder of his neighboring lodger, an innocent Englishman.
Hardly innocent.
To explain the circumstances of the crime, the prosecution calls its first witnesses to the stand.
My cape.
The detective responsible for investigating the scene and the accused himself.
Nah, it's his cape. His cape is gonna testify.
The cape. Talk to the cape.
These are good ships.
Witnesses, your names and occupations, please.
Yes, sir. Tobias Gregson, Detective Inspector of Scotland Yard's Homicide Division.
Soseki Natsumi, from the Empire of Japan. My government ordered me to come here as a student to study your language and culture.
Mr. Natsume,
Yes, my lord, sir.
I'm quite sure I'm not mistaken that you swore an oath never to set foot in my courtroom again. I remember it as if it were yesterday.
Well, to be fair, my lord, not my choice.
The day before, in fact, my lord. But close enough.
Ah, yes.
Believe me, my lord, this is the last place I want to be.
Inspector, let's hear from you first. Explain the case for the court.
Right you are, sir.
No.
The incident occurred at the Garadev household, where the defendant had lodging. In the ground floor room of the victim, Mr. William Shamspeare. The defendant had already admitted to visiting the victim on the night in question. Mr. Shamspeare collapsed in his room as a result of poisoning by
strychnine.
Yep, whatever he said. Anyways, he was found the following morning when the landlord, suspecting something was wrong, down the door.
This means, I presume, that the door to the victim's room was locked at the time of the incident?
Correct, my lord. It was locked from the inside, making entry to or exit from the room impossible.
Although the victim, Mr. Shamspeare, lives to tell tale, he very nearly didn't. The man was halfway to heaven when we first found him. I was the first officer on the scene, my lord. And I have a photographic print here that I took at this time to show how it looked.
Yes, some chilling scene indeed. The man looks very much deceased.
Everyone present believed that's exactly what he was.
What are you laughing at? What's so funny, detective?
You sound ridiculous, my lord.
I have a cold. Very well, I shall accept this photographic print as evidence for the court.
The crime scene photograph has been entered into the court record.
Now then, Mr. Natsume.
Yes.
As the defendant, do you have anything to say at this juncture?
He's doing this on purpose.
They're haunted by evil spirits.
Good gracious! What's haunted?
My lodgings! There's been a whole series of strange happenings at my lodgings, my lord. The tenant before me died in mysterious circumstances. A woman was stabbed by no one on the street outside. My neighbor was poisoned. And me? What about me? I've nearly been killed countless times, my lord.
Killed Master Natsume? How?
Even on that fateful night it happened, my lord. When I returned from Mr. Shamspeare's room, I lit my gas stove and climbed into bed, but before long, the stove went out. Somebody tried to kill me.
You must always extinguish all fires before retiring for the night, Mr. Natsume.
It's so cold. My runny nose would freeze, my lord. The point is, I didn't poison my neighbor. Why would I try to kill someone when everyone else is busy trying to kill me? Oh, why am I being accused of this? Why is my existence so cursed?
You know, guys, he has a point.
Thank you, witnesses. I believe I have a reasonably clear picture of events.
Guilty.
Guilty.
What?
If I could raise one more point, my lord. One more conclusive point.
Why would I? I already made them two guilty. You don't have to do a thing.
Weird flex, but okay. Conclusive, go on.
Fortunately, the victim, Mr. Shamspear, has regained consciousness after his ordeal. And he has named the true culprit. The poison consumed by the victim was administered in a cup of tea that he drank on the night in question. Tea, my lord, that was brought to the victim's room by the accused.
The accused? Good grief! Order! Order!
Yes, that's the crux of this whole case. If Soseki-san is innocent, then why? Why has the victim accused him?
Well, Mr. Nesumi, what have you to say in his accusation?
That evening, yes, I did take some freshly brewed tea with me when I visited Mr. Shamspear's room. As a gift, of course, Your Honor. The public water pump outside always freezes at night, so I bought bottled water especially to make it. And this is the result. Never will I touch tea again. Never!
The public pump was frozen, you say? That's not information we've heard before.
Bang. That will do, thank you. Now, according to our laws, the defense must have the opportunity to cross-examine witnesses at least once. Therefore, I call upon these witnesses now for formal testimony. I presume the prosecution has no objection.
None whatsoever, my lord, except to your voice.
Good. Then you will give your account of events on the night in question to the court now.
I can imagine Fanzeek's like just had like he says that and then he's like good and he like that out see he was so caught off guard be like okay that was easy.
Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord.
Let's go through one examination.
Huh?
Let's go through one cross-examination.
It was around 9 o'clock that evening when I visited my neighbor, and I took some tea with me as a gift. We had a heated literary debate over a nice hot drink, after which I went back to my room at around 11, my lord. My tea was completely harmless. He couldn't have locked the door behind me otherwise, could he?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, whatever. Strychnine takes some time to have effect on the body. People don't keel over immediately when they take it. The victim would have been perfectly... Yes. The argument still stands.
How far away from your microphone are you?
It just sounds like
he's moving further away.
It's like
it sounds like
the
Gregson's
victim would have been
leaving.
perfectly able to lock
I'm
the door
outta here.
after his guest left.
I'm busy. I can't give
Is
my
it better
testimony
now?
right now.
I'll give it tomorrow, Your Honor.
Is it better now?
Yes.
Anyways, the argument still stands. Shut up about me leaving. I want to leave.
Me too. Yes, I see. It all seems relatively straightforward.
Excuse me, but that testimony does raise one rather crucial point, I think. Mr. Natsume claims his tea to have been harmless. Presumably, though. The teacups have been examined for traces of the poison, haven't they?
Why didn't I think of that?
Well, as it happens, no. We haven't been able to.
Really?
Did I hear you correctly, Inspector? Scotland Yard has failed to examine the suspect's substance?
How could you have overlooked something so important? Isn't that the first thing you should have done?
My lord and Nipponese friend is falsely incensed.
Huh?
The inspector said Scotland Yard was unable to examine the tea, not that it was overlooked.
Unable? Why?
It's simple enough. There was none left. Not a drop. Because you stole the teacup.
I mean, to be fair, yeah, but well, you see, not with that attitude.
You rubbed it down. Someone must have been very thirsty indeed, and I'm looking at the guy on the defense desk.
With current scientific techniques, it's not possible to test for poison under such circumstances.
We only need a drop. That one drop does actually have to exist, funnily enough.
The lack of examination notwithstanding, it appears nothing other than the tea passed the victim's lips on the night in question.
I see. Thank you. The matter is clear.
Cast your eyes over the jury, my learned friend.
What?
What?
You can see it in their faces, I'm sure. The recognition of the accused's guilt.
I think it's because they want to go home.
Your client's fate is all but sealed.
Yeah, because they all just want to go home.
Have I died yet?
Summation rights, and then...
In mere moments from now, you will lose, and your compatriot will be damned for all eternity.
Yeah, and do you know what's gonna happen, Vanzi? It's called summation examination. Your favorite
Summation examination, Nipponese boy.
You know what?
I've never seen
I'm gonna call it summation because... just cause it's funny.
Just to spite him.
It sounds like soup. That's right. I feel all six of the jurors looking daggers at me.
Man, you really like soup, don't you?
But I can't let him beat me down. I won't.
Counsel for the defense. Proceed with your cross-examination.
Yes, my lord.
We can stop after this examination.
Stop!
It was around 9 o'clock that evening when I
Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah,
Okay, I don't
on
have to. I don't have to.
examinations and all that. You don't
It was
have to
9
do
o'clock, when, and then I see completely harmless. Ace Attorney, the card game.
God, I look so sexy. I mean, what?
We don't have any of the evidence to imply of the door being kicked.
Guys, look. She's safe, scum, get her.
Kill her. We gotta kill her.
They said that the key was found in his pocket.
Pocket?
But the door's broken.
Afterward.
But the door.
Man, I love
The door was broken to discover Shamspear's dead body.
But
Man,
the
I love not being
door's
pressed.
broken.
Yes, I do indeed love not being pressed.
It's good not being pressed. I don't like being pressed, man. Asking meaningless questions.
Hold it.
Hold it.
I mean,
Why'd you say
damn,
that?
darn.
Were you and your neighbor good friends then?
No, we weren't friends. Not at all. Not at all, I say. Never, ever.
Simple no would have sufficed.
No.
Good.
No.
Then, why did you decide to pay him a visit?
Because it was funny.
Mr. Shakespeare fancies himself as having great literary knowledge. Put yourself in my position. Why wouldn't you go talk to him?
Very.
As a fellow scholar of English literature, we find much to talk about together.
come now. No Nipponese could understand the finer points of English literature.
Wait.
He gets it.
Wait, no, you, Fanzix, you like it too?
I like what?
Points, Shakespeare.
Why are you so confused? He is a staple of British culture.
Okay, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna shut up now. I'm gonna shut up on this point now. And on the night in question, that was the topic of conversation as well, I presume.
It was the day of my last trial when I was acquitted. I had just arrived back at my lodgings when I ran into Mr. Shakespeare outside on the street. That was at around 6 o'clock. We exchanged one or two pleasantries, but it soon turned into a heated discussion.
Who
He
should
was on
die
his way-
first?
Exactly. Well, we were asking who died first, Juliet or Romeo?
Well, Romeo.
No, that's what the stories tell us. But we had a really long discussion about how Romeo probably held on to life for 2 minutes. He was on his way out at the time, though.
Oh,
You're
no,
not wrong.
It was for 2 minutes. Like, it was for the first minute. Then he sees Juliet drink the, stab herself. And he's like, oh, nope, okay. Gotta stab myself too. Bleh.
No. Okay. Juliet drinks the poison. She falls unconscious, presumably dead. Romeo comes in, sees Juliet dead, kills himself with a dagger. And then Juliet wakes up, sees Romeo dead, and then she stabs herself.
Exactly. See, he gets it. The prosecutor is like an English major. Don't you understand?
I hate English.
So I promised to visit his room that evening at 9 to continue our debate. But did I have ill intentions?
Yes.
No! Not one, not two, not any. Not at all, I say. Never, ever!
A simple no would have sufficed, I feel.
No!
Yeah, there you go.
Then tell the court what did happen when you visited the victim's room.
No, I don't wanna.
Hold it! A literary debate about Shakespeare's works? I think you said, didn't you?
Shakespeare. Ah, a very worthy topic of conversation, I must say.
Wait, you too?
Who's that?
Oh, okay.
He's like
Of
leaning over
course,
to
the
the jurors.
Nipponese would find confusion in the appreciation of Shakespeare.
Of course.
Banzix. We're
You're
busy
right.
in a trial right now, and I'm pretty sure we have no free time at any point. But one of these days, we'll sit down and we'll talk about Shakespeare. I will point out every single flaw in each and every single one of the plays that I had the, I guess you can call it, privilege of reading,
You don't
thanks to
even know
Mr.
what
Holmes's
Shakespeare
library.
is.
Just saying, I could shatter it, but I won't.
You don't even know who he is.
I kinda do.
You don't know who. My lord, will you please drink some friggin' water?
No.
Alright, we're gonna continue before my lord actually decides to kill us all.
Oh yes, my lord! Please don't kill us! Romeo and Juliet! Who was stronger? Who lived longer? It was a profoundly pleasurable parley.
Romeo and Juliet.
Who was stronger?
And who lived longer?
I know I'm going to regret asking this, but how did the debate go?
Well, we both agreed that we would reach a conclusion much more quickly with a reenactment.
Oh no!
So we battled it out in a Greco-Roman style, naturally.
What?
Mr. Shakespeare had all sorts of costumes in his room for just
wait,
such
wait.
a contest.
Wait. No.
They
Wait.
literally duked it
Wait,
out?
Wait, no, no, you don't understand. They reenacted Romeo and Juliet. One of them had the poison.
By the way, it was Solseki who was on Team Juliet.
Oh, wait, no. Oh, that wouldn't make sense then. No, but I think it's funnier if they reenacted Romeo and Juliet. One of them drank the poison and forgot. And now this is all happening. He's like, oh wait, oh.
We just wanted to do a reenactment, like a little test, and now we're in court. What?
I just did it for the Vine.
I did it for the meme. So, when you say a reenactment, you mean you were actually in costume?
Wait a minute. I figured it out.
You just got it.
Case solved. He accidentally poisoned them. No, see, that's what they did in Romeo and Juliet. They poisoned each other.
He as Romeo and I as Juliet, and after a vigorous, wild tussle.
They didn't poison themselves. They didn't poison each other. It was the father what's his face.
Yes, prosecutor, thank you. I, as Juliet, came out on top. A victory that I shall cherish forever.
No,
for his dead
I mean, yeah, because through the reenactment, because Juliet plays dead, then Romeo comes in, stabs himself, and Juliet's like, oh, well, I could stab myself, but maybe I could actually grow a brain cell and be like, you know, Romeo's not that worth it, and just live her life. But no, she's like, death.
I dare not imagine the terrible scene of carnage.
The fact remains that it was you who prepared the tea and took it to the victim, correct?
No. No.
I boiled the water in my room and made a pot to take with me.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'd heard
Picaro.
that he was too poor to have tea himself, you see.
It's true. There was no sign of any tea leaves in the man's room.
I wanted to do something nice, to be friendly. So why is everyone looking at me with such suspicion?
Because you did it.
My tea was harmless! Of course it was!
And do you have any basis for that statement, witness?
No!
Oh, okay.
You know, to be fair, he could be like, watch, I could just, watch, give me the teacup. He just makes the tea. Drink it from this teacup. I guarantee you nothing's gonna happen. Drinks, we get poisoned. Oh, that's not supposed to happen.
Bleh.
I should have used curry!
Hold it! Yes, there was not a drop of tea left in the victim's room anywhere, was there?
That's correct. Anyone would think that a fellow had never had a pot of tea before. He must have licked it dry, and I mean dry, which is a pity, because one drop is all we needed to analyze it for poison. So, I mean, this is complete coincidental.
The poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison. The poison made specifically for Cusco.
Oh yeah, it's all covered.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's all coming together.
It's all coming together.
You say
It's
that-
all ogre now.
and you say that
We're
you
Patrick Warburton, not Mike Myers.
and you say that you returned home to your room at 11 o'clock, Mr. Natsume?
Yes, definitely. By heaven and earth, I swear it.
Well, we can verify that, as it happens. He confirmed that the defendant went back to his room at 11 at night.
And how is the landlord able to attest to this?
Because he's a god. Anyways, he said it was the lamps, I believe.
The lamps, Inspector?
When tenants return to their rooms and start using gas, the lamps in the other parts of the house flicker.
Yes.
Some crazy
Mr. Garadip-
witchcraft.
Mr. Garadip seems to pay a lot of attention to the comings and goings of his tenants.
There's only one key to Mr. Shamspeare's room. I know that for certain. So he must have locked the door himself from inside his room, don't you see?
The victim has confirmed that to be the case, yes.
So I'm right. My tea was harmless, completely harmless. If you take poison, you die. Everyone knows that.
No, it's not that simple, I'm afraid.
What? What do you mean?
Hold it!
Hold it.
How long does it take for symptoms to appear then?
I don't know. How about you try some and we'll find out very quickly. Anyways, according to the coroner, I was bringing to at the yard about 30 minutes after the poison's consumed.
Yeah, Inspector, you could tell me that instead and not be so rude about it.
Do you want to take some?
What?
Anyways, the victim suffers violent convulsions, cramping, and stiffness, and then he just died. I don't know.
Well, he didn't die.
Do you want to die?
He just committed
You know, a little bit. If this keeps up, yeah, maybe a little bit.
Alright, anyways, they would usually die from asphyxiation. Or joking, I don't know how you say it.
So there's a 30-minute interval between when the poison is ingested and the onset of symptoms. There seem to be a lot of different types of poison in the world, that's for sure.
Oh dear. Death by poisoning again. It's always so awful.
30 minutes is a long time. Certainly long enough for the victim to have locked the door behind the accused after he left.
Can't deny that. It further degrades Sasaki-san's alibi.
I have a medical report from the doctor who examined the victim here, my lord. It spells it out, really. The accused is the only person who could have done it.
Very well, I will add this report to the court record as
The victim's medical report has been entered into the court record.
Oh yes, I see it here. Delayed onset of symptoms.
Right. So then... Mixed with tea, the victim was drinking, but no sample could be testing. Was it said it occurred around 1:30 a.m.? Wait, but he left at 11. That's for the victim pocket watch that appears to have been broken when the man collapsed after the late onset. No clear was found at the scene. Wait! It's right here. Right? When I visited, I took some tea with me as a gift. It doesn't say when he left. Okay. Well, just...
Wait. Go back. Second statement.
Oh, at around 11. Thank you! Totally not being a wimp here.
Boy, that's
Objection!
Yep.
Mr. Natsume, you say it was 11 p.m. when you left to return to your room, correct?
Yes.
And Inspector Gregson, can we rely on the information in the medical report unconditionally?
What? Oh, yeah, whatever. Anyways, yeah, there's no problem with that.
Sure, yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure, yeah, whatever.
That's gonna be like, no, wait, yes,
I didn't expect
whatever.
you to come and talk to me here. I'm a guy standing here trying to do my job. Leave me
You're
alone.
a human being, of course I'll talk to you, so...
Shut up and do your job and I'll do mine.
Alright, then, can we rely on this?
Yes, we can. There's no problem, sunshine.
Great, actually, I think there's a very big problem. Because there's a chronological inconsistency between it and the defendant's testimony.
A chrono what? What are you on about?
According to this report...
Get on with it, we don't care about science.
Well then shush and let me finish. The victim must have consumed the poison at around 1:30 in the morning. And yet, the defendant, Mr. Natsume, left the victim's room at 11.
Ah!
Yes, that's right. There's more than 2 hours of missing time there. In other words, if there was poison in the tea that Mr. Natsume brought to the victim's room, how could the victim have fallen ill to it 2.5 full hours after the defendant left? I like how they did the same.
They have the exact same animation.
The defense's argument is entirely reasonable. How do you respond, Lord Van Zeeks?
I don't know why, oh, this is so funny, their animation.
Here we go.
Pray forgive the discourtesy if my mind has wandered. I was considering what cuisine would best complement the contents of my hallowed chalice's luncheon.
What?
How could it have happened, you ask? I do hate to shatter illusions, but my beneath friend appears to be chasing a phantom idea.
A phantom?
Is it so hard to imagine that the victim drank his tea after the accused had left? For example, at the time stated in the medical report, yes, around 1:30.
Objection! Mr. Natsume brought the tea with him to drink together with his neighbor. And in Japan, there is a well-known saying, drink tea while it's hot.
Objection!
Isn't that a thing?
And in my country, there is an even more apt saying. There's nothing more refreshing than cold tea.
What?
That is not a saying.
That
at
is not.
all.
No, wait, or someone. Could someone look up, like, Britain?
I don't think it is, no.
Yeah, no. Okay. Objection, hearsay.
Objection. I just made that up.
In the Scarlet Study version, apparently the sayings, apparently the saying is something like, the goddess smiles on a cup of cold tea.
As I said, objection.
I still
hearsay.
think to this day that Van Zieks was taking advantage of the fact that this opposition was a foreigner from another land rather than a British.
My sources do trust me.
Trust me, bro.
At least his last drink was a cup of Earl Grey, regular tea, black tea.
Yeah, sound like Arnold Palmer.
Mr. Natsume,
Yes?
what kind of tea did you give the victim?
Why, I brewed my specialty, of course.
What's the
We found
specialty?
a bottle of Arnold Palmer at the scene.
What's it titled?
Are you sure you want to know?
Yes, what is it?
I mean, can't you check the core record instead of making me say it from the peanut gallery?
Arnold Palmer, we
What
found the
is
bottle
it?
at the scene.
I don't think it says.
Idiots.
The tea was not green, I can say that much.
It was red with the blood of your
Apparently, for the
victim.
bottle, it was lemon, citrus, green tea. What kind of crap
Well,
is
okay,
this?
fine, I'll tell you the brand. The brand was a nice cold cup of poisonous Leviticus.
We got him now.
Oh, crud, I've said too much. Darn you, Mr. No, you've darned me yet again.
I didn't know that was the name of your tea.
You're under arrest. Oh, wait.
I thought poison was something in French. I don't
Poison.
speak much English, let alone French.
Poison.
Poison.
Well,
Oh, drink some poison.
you know, there's this like rim here of probably like remains of tea, but like everyone's gonna ignore that.
It's a bit red, don't you think?
Red? What?
Also, this is
Wait.
not enough.
Wait, 9. Make it point. No, wait, no, go back. Wait, go back. Wait, go back. Let me see that. Make it look the other way. No, like have the no, have it move it vertically, right? No, like the tall end is like pointing. There you go, and then move it to the right.
F.
F
F.
Press F in chat, boys.
F in the chat.
Greenhouse, how ironic.
Well,
Wait, I think you can look at the bar soap as well.
It's made of Earl Grey.
oh wait, it's green tea soap.
Green soap.
Anyways, all right, I'm sorry.
It's green soap.
Okay, look, the point is, if there was such a long gap, there may be other ways to explain how the victim came to be poisoned. Other possibilities.
What sort of possibilities, Counsel?
I'm literally figuring that out. Well, for example, the man could have had another visitor.
Another visitor?
Yeah, I mean in the
Please.
In the tutorial, it showed a shadow silhouette of Bruce Fairplay in the room.
It's me, Bruce Fairplay. I'm the killer.
Yeah, there you go. Confession.
I mean, what? I didn't kill
That's
anyone.
a very bold assertion, my learned friend, from someone who has nothing to substantiate it.
Or, the victim could have taken the poison on his own violation.
Of his own volition.
Of his own violation.
You suggest this may have been a suicide, Council?
Objection!
It's Mr. has categorically denied suicide. The idea can and must be discounted.
Wait, when?
Objection.
When?
Ow. But he could also be lying. That's the thing. People lie when they are killed.
What?
What?
You got a point there.
I mean, technically he was killed.
I
but
mean, if he
back
said-
I think we should
yes.
pack it up, guys. I think he's got a point.
Is this during a time period where if you're like, yes, I'm suicidal, they'll be like, okay, cool, and then they send you in a mental asylum or something? Isn't this during that time period? No? Is that just an American
I
thing?
don't know.
I just know
homework.
that suicide is illegal in Portugal and you could go to jail for that.
I'm pretty sure you could go to jail
How can you?
in every country for being like, I'm suicidal. They'll be like, okay, throw you in jail.
All right,
Suicide-
goodbye.
Suicide is
Right.
illegal. You know, why are they gonna prosecute your corpse?
In absentia. People lie when they're killed. Only in Nipponese.
I mean, I'm not wrong. He was killed, but he came back and he could lie. Think about it.
Is something wrong, Lord Van Zig?
I was listening to the sound of the carriage pulling up outside the courtroom.
Ooh.
Pray forgive the discourtesy.
Carriage? What carriage?
It would seem that the key player in this case has just arrived.
How good are your ears? What?
Hold it!
No. No.
He has arrived.
Out, brief candle! Life's but a walking shadow!
Oh, okay, it's not
You
him.
might
Never
want to move out
mind.
of the way.
Oh.
A poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. Is the whole reason why he's pointing at Natsume is because he's petty? Like, he's very petty about him losing the, like, Romeo and Juliet fight? He's like, I'm going to frame him for a non-existent murder.
Maybe.
Yo,
And Picaro, thank you for the raid.
Yo.
Get in here. Even though we're probably about to end soon.
Get in here, you goober. You goofy goober.
It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Who, sir, are you?
William Shakespeare, my lord. Alas, 'twas I undone by these bitter events. I am the victim.
I'm dead.
What's he doing here?
I died.
Oh, this is
It was
crazy.
funny.
The prosecution seeks to call this gentleman to the stand. With his testimony, my learned friend's futile resistance will be utterly crushed.
Picaro.
So calling him as a
Picaro.
witness?
Yeah.
Very well, Council. I will grant your request with interest. I'm curious to discover what the court shall hear from the victim himself.
Oh? Happy am I, Shakespeare, to regale thee with my tale of woe, my lord.
Wait a minute, is Picaro here?
Picaro's here, yeah.
Hi, Picaro.
He's gonna be quiet. He's eating.
Oh, he's in. Okay, I was gonna be like, "Yo, Picaro, take this man, take Shakespeare."
Steal him.
I still have my own tale to tell, my own tale of far worse woe. Nothing that this sham of a Shakespeare could ever spin you. I can regale the court with a tale of my perfect innocence in perfect English.
That will do, Mr. Natsume. Let the court now hear from the victim.
Dare you call me a sham of a sham spear? I am but the one and only.
It's in the name.
Oh, this guy, I suppose.
I'm not here. What are you looking at me for?
Alright.
Oh, mate.
That's Mr. Shamspear. Who's that other man beside him?
Stop looking at me.
Yes, I feel sure that we've caught a glimpse of that man before.
They are still looking at me.
State your names and occupations for the court, please, witnesses.
A writer of words so sweet, they do scent the breeze. An inventor of ideas so profound, they compose the earth. The unrivaled poet, the unmatched scribe, William Shakespeare. Were the great bard to be recalled to life anew, lo, what a magnificent man! Good fellows, I am he who pondered such a miracle, William Shakespeare.
Oh, the name's Meter Man. Edron B. Meter Man. Stop looking at me, by the way. Oh, anyways, here's my pose. I work for the Alderman Gas Company, East End branch office. Stop looking at me.
I remember now. It was yesterday on Briar Road.
Oh, yes. He's right. It's him.
Why am I here?
Oh,
Why are we
what's
still
this?
here?
What's that man doing over there? It looks like he's trying to see into Soseki-san's lodgings.
Is something wrong, Mr. Naruhodo?
Excuse me. Could we have a word?
Ah! I'm out of here.
Gotta go fast.
I'm out.
Hey, that's my line.
Yes, we spotted him outside Mr. Garadub's house that morning. He's a gas company employee. What does he have to do with this case?
So, Mr. William Shaman, you are the victim in this miserable affair, correct?
Oh, heaven! Oh, hell! Do you command me to remember? That sweet poison that did cross me and cross mine innocent lips?
I subpoenaed him for the trial, with his doctor's permission, naturally. Hearing the testimony of the aggrieved will remove any room for doubt from the jurors' minds, I'm sure.
Behold! You have only to rearrange the letters of my name to see that meet a seraph, an angel indeed. Thus I be noble of mind, sweet of nature, and verily honest at heart, as all heavenly angels be.
Well, there isn't a less contrived meaning in your name. No, not at all. Why would there be? It's weird.
The jurors seem to be very moved by this man, I'm afraid.
They're actually taking the seraph anagram idea
I don't
seriously?
care. I want to get out of
What's
here.
a seraph? Thank you, witnesses, for your illuminating introductions.
What a metropolitan way to say.
But, my lord, what's the man next to Mr. Shamspear doing here? The gas man, I mean.
Gas man.
What? Me? Well, now. I have
Allow
no
me to
idea.
enlighten my learned
Stop looking.
friend. You recall, I presume, your earlier impertinence. When you suggested that this victim had another visitor to his room on the night in question. And moreover, that the victim is a compulsive liar.
I don't think we
What?
said that.
No, I didn't quite say that.
This young chin stroker here is to controvert your wild claims conclusively. Is that not so, Mr. Meter Man?
Eh? Hang on. No. I'm just here.
I hereby call for your formal testimonies. You will tell the court as lucidly as possible what happened on the night in question.
One may smile and be a villain. Yes, it doth pain me, but let the truth be spoken, the truth of that wintry night of my discontent.
Let's stop before the cross-examination.
Yeah. The wintry night of my discontent.
The snow lay about. My neighbour did cometh in the evening, bearing a gift of tea. But marry, bitter was his drink, and when he left, I did fall pot straight on my table. 'Twas the tea alone did pass my lips at late hour, naught else.
I was outside this bloke's window in the freezing cold all night, keeping an eye on his room. No one else visited the room but that short little round-backed Eastern fella. I don't know.
Wait, what did you say? You were keeping an eye on Mr. Shamspeare's room all night?
That's right. Of course, the bloke's window is over blocked up, isn't it?
No.
But there's a little gap in the bricks where you can see into the room. So I spent the night trying to keep my feet from shattering. So I peered in through that.
That's weird.
That is extremely suspicious.
Shut up!
The question is, sir, why? Why?
Well, now, that's because he's on my list.
Oh, okay.
Your hit list?
Your hit
What?
list,
Okay.
Wait a minute, okay.
What a piece of work is a man! Wherefore wouldst thou not stare in wonderment?
What are you talking about?
This buzzing busybody hath not part in this play. I pray thee, pay him no heed. Make no more ado about his tedious words.
Oh, because he knows the truth. Excellent. Thank you for telling us the answer of what to do.
What'd you say about me? What'd you say, mate? I swear to God,
You
I will
what,
come
mate?
knocking over there.
You
little
what, mate?
snob.
Calm yourself. This
He's dying. He's dead.
Fancy, so you're okay.
No.
Doesn't sound like you're okay.
This cult is concerned with what happened on the night in question.
I think now we're all concerned
I'm
of why
guessing
you
I caught him off. I guess I caught him off guard with my very heavy accent. What'd you say? Anyway, sorry.
You want
What
my...
do you say, mate?
You want my...
Nothing more.
Indeed, it is so.
And as a testimony we have just heard clearly revealed, sorry. There was no one other than the accused person at the time who could have carried out this crime.
Do it.
That's right.
Oh, shit, oh, yeah, I have no.
Yeah,
I
wouldn't
don't
it
know
be
much
crazy
anyway.
if, like,
I really
Bansies is
haven't
not
done much.
Bansies?
Well, I believe this may be the final testimony of the trial.
If it's the final testimony of the trial, then we could just continue on.
Oh, okay.
Kidding.
Now, counsel, did the first my proceed with a cross-examination?
Yes. Yes, my lord. By the way, that was the biggest lie you've ever told.
We
The final
give Mega an
testimony.
inch and he just takes a freaking mile with his characters.
Well-
yeah, that's how Big Gilded was born.
That's true.
Oh God. I wasn't there for that case, so I can only
You
Heard the
missed-
legend.
You missed the legend. You'll see it in the
What is
highlight
that?
reel.
I swear to God, I will come right over there and take your stupid head off and toss it into the fire below. Don't tempt me, mate.
I
Don't
love-
freaking tempt me.
I love
You're pretty
that he
good
keeps
at that,
cutting out.
actually.
I love that it keeps cutting out while he's in the middle of yelling. It's way funnier.
It's like when Picaro at the end of the final case of the first game, it's like bailiff, bailiff.
Bailiff! But Bailiff! Stop that man! Don't let him leave the courtroom! Anyways.
But yeah.
Bailiff.
So, anyways, now with that, we're gonna finish up for today because,
Uh-huh.
also admittedly, I am.
9. Why are you
I
tired?
don't know. I mean, to be
Okay.
fair, I kind of know a little bit. I think this is a little bit of one reason I am. I mean, not so much anymore, but it could be a reason. I apologize for not streaming last weekend, other than the Friday stream. I thought my voice was like dead a little bit, like from Friday. It's like, okay, a sleep will help. No, and I then found out that wasn't the reason why my voice was dying in the first place. Yeah, I may have come down with a little something.
COVID. We gotta kill it.
Yeah.
You can't say that. You can't say that.
She's gonna infect all of us.
Demonetize the channel. No.
It's gonna infect the internet.
Yeah, unfortunately, guys. So yeah, I infected all of you. Sorry.
You can't infect me. Not only did I already have it, I'm infected.
Nah, you can still get it. But anyways.
I'm joking. I know.
But anyway, so yeah. I'm fine. As you hear, I'm fine now. So it's like, to me, it's overrated.
What were your symptoms? Because I had it in October.
What were my symptoms? That's a good question.
That's incredible.
I guess. Okay.
I think one of the most telling symptoms is muscle aches.
Oh, I didn't have muscle.
Oh
aches.
yeah, that's the first.
Nope.
That's literally the first thing I got.
Nope.
Oh, I was lucky.
Also,
I didn't
let
get
it be known that I had mine in October, and I'm still dealing with lung issues to this day. So I got it bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't gotten it, but I have muscle aches like occasionally.
Like.
All right, stay away from me.
I think
I don't have it though.
the only telling
Stay
symptom
away.
that I really had was just chills. I guess just fever and chills. That's really it.
Let's see. I had the aches. I've had strep 3 times in my life, but this throat was worse than strep. I lost my sense of taste and smell. You will take that for granted until you lose it, I swear to God. Because when I ate a piece of pizza and I couldn't taste it, I cried. Because I actually didn't cry, but it was actually horrible. But
Well, at the very least, you can eat healthier food and not care.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
I will eat pizza even when I'm dying, okay? I'm an American, and I'm proud of my God-given right to be eating pizza whenever I want.
Yeah, if I ever come down with COVID, I'm eating salads every day.
I mean,
I'm going full keto.
I guess I had the lucky case because I still have my sense of smell and taste.
Oh yeah, there are some cases that where literally the only thing you get is like a sore throat and
sniffles.
And
yeah,
sniffles.
because like as I said,
Yeah,
like I
always
mistook it as like allergies or something, like because it's allergy season, so it's like
I got
all
the average case. I didn't get like the critical to where I got sent to the hospital. I just got
me neither.
Case. You got like a very minor case.
Yeah, like
For
I
you,
I wouldn't
for
have
having that luck.
known if I didn't take like a take-home kit and I saw the 2 lines. I'm like, oh well, cool. Hi,
That's
COVID.
amazing.
What do you do?
I can't believe Sully finally got COVID without all these years.
Hey, good news, natural immunity now.
Hey.
Yeah, honestly,
I was going to try something called herd immunity.
What did they make you do with the take-home kit?
They have a they have a Q-tip thing.
It's
and
like a
you stick it up your nose and wave it around a couple seconds in each nostril. Dip it in some solution and drip that into a little device.
like a little card, and it was 3 drops, and then wait. I guess it says 15 minutes, but honestly, it took less. And I saw the. I mean, honestly, it was really cool. Just see like the lines slowly go, and it just has like the lines appear. I mean, chemistry, cool.
Oh,
Science.
But yeah, so in short, I'm okay now. Like I'm perfectly fine. So I should be able to stream tomorrow's Genshin Saturday, which I really should because oh my gosh, so much is apparently happening, and I need to know. But yeah, and that'll be happening at 3 p.m. EST. So is there anything else that you guys wish to share?
Don't come back next week, or I swear to God, I'll take your head and burn it in the fire.
All right, yeah.
I know.
Guys, go
like,
watch my
like,
videos.
I want to make a purpose service announcement. Do not
What's
ever
up?
buy any Gaomon products. They 1 star. I don't Don't do it. If you're really desperate, buy like a mini pad, please.
I don't know what we should all do. We
Save,
should mass
save your sandy.
Oh, Galmon, the
begging.
drawing tablet thing.
Yeah.
Save your money
no.
and sandy. I am begging. As I
Get XP pen, it works.
Okay.
Which reminds me, I need to get a new tablet.
Let's all mass report Genshin Impact. This
Hey
is a
guys,
call to action.
watch my YouTube channel.
Yes, subscribe to everybody in the bottom left. Follow, subscribe, do it, and also
I have a
donate all
channel
your
as well.
savings to them. That's what your money should really be for.
I'm
not
almost
to me.
200 followers.
I have a channel, and I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Well, guess what? I have 280 subscribers, so I am easily the best out of this entire chat.
Man, can you
Bow down?
Wait, how much do you
Nine
have?
is
No,
500.
I think UA is better. Let's see.
Wait, how much do you have?
Well,
I have
907.
288.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yep. I'm out of here. Goodbye.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know why
I've
he's
lost.
here. I don't know why he's dealing with us like
Oh, wow.
lowly subscriber plebs. But I still appreciate it.
Granted, that's 900 subscribers since 2013.
Well, how long?
Still 900
My
subscribers.
channel has been up since 2012. So.
Such royalty.
Although I have more views than all of you, so.
You sure about that?
I have 582,000.
Yeah. That'll do it.
That's
I have a FNAF video.
I have a FNAF.
I don't know why, but that's the most popular one, and I hate it.
Man, I
But
can't
at this point, I can't delete it.
This turn.
Mega has a FNAF video that popped up. I'm working on a Sonic album. Chaos Extremes.
Like how this turned
Like
into
one
like a
video
viewer
alone has
subscriber
half
count
a billion
competition.
views. So
I mean, I'm like,
Alrighty.
I can't compete against that.
It's been real, friends.
I'm not lying. Here it is. Check general.
Well,
This is not
anyways.
folks.
So I shall end the stream now. So
Could you get any more pixels on that, mate?
Hey.
Y'all got any more damn pixels?
man. But anyways, thank you all so much for stopping by.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to like this video, you can if you want. I subscribe
Do
to the
it.
people at the
Do
bottom
it.
left. Don't subscribe to me. The bottom
Do
and the left.
it.
That's all that matters.
Do it, it'll be funny.
So tomorrow's stream, I don't know when everybody
Funny.
else is, but follow them. I'm sure they'll tell you. So yeah. So until the next video or stream, we'll see you all later. Bye bye.
Follow me or die.
Bye.